Oh, God, okay. I always gotta start these streams stretching because it's gonna be a long one. I should probably fill that with water soon, but we're gonna work with that. Alright. I'll wait for a couple more people. Gotta switch this place, there we go. Then wheat. There we go. All right. Might as well do it once or twice.
to take the picture, but you rolled your eyes. Now I'm mortified and still terrorized. Push me behind to get me from my better side. I wanna push you back, but that's all you want. Wanna wrap me up, I'm holding back. Trying to get me framed, throw me in cuffs. Said I attacked you, that's just a false truth. No need to argue, and yeah, I've had enough. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone. I find you there. There's more to me. Everywhere I try to go alone, I find you there. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. Oh, there's more to me. Anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. I find you there. I'm so scared to leave my house, so I cannot run free from this. Always being watched by you, and that's so inconsiderate. My privacy, does that exist? Probably haven't heard of it. Need to live a different life, cause lights and cameras are in it. Trying to find a silver lining. What I wanna do is avoid the violence, but you're here again, I'm losing it. There's no more screaming in silence. Get out my face, turn off the flash. I hate the fame, no more of that. Leave me alone or I'll collapse. I need a break, don't feel the crack. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. There's more to me. Everywhere I try to go alone, I find you there. Yeah, yeah. You follow me anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. Oh, there's more to me. Anywhere I try to be alone, I find you there. I find you there.
What are we barking for?
Been on my way since day one. I wait every day since I'm gone. Babe, the only thing I'm missing, only thing regretting is losing you. I'd rather be since day one. I did it all not to run.
Hello.
Letting every goddamn racing. I found a demon deep inside my mind. So baby, now we are. Yeah, we making everything and we gone. And every time we did the art dry, lines you cut and say no more. Only cheer for love.
What's good, everybody? Glad y'all could make it to the stream. Y'all get to see how I work on every little thing I do. It is very slow, very non-exciting. I will do my best to keep y'all entertained. Still worth it. I sure hope so. Right now, this is how the banner is looking like. All I need to do is finish our creepy boy over here, and then we get to work on Model Z from Mega Man ZX? Yeah, ZX. One of my favorite Mega Man games growing up when I had the DS. I got plenty of time on my shoulders. I'll be here for a while. I'll hold you up to that. I will hold you up to that. We'll see. We'll see if I believe you. But yeah, it's pretty much I got 2 more characters done, and then we could get started on like coloring each and every one of them. Because I have Samus and Master Chief done over here, Mr. Chef. So we don't have to worry about those. Only really worried about, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna put in too much detail into this just to save me a bunch of time. But he should still look the same. And I hope everyone's having a fantastic Sunday. The day of rest. Or at least I hope it's Sunday. I lost track of time like days ago. I got a little distracted until until school starts back. I'll still be streaming during school, like during when y'all are going to school. I don't got school. All right, it's y'all. I work from home on computer, doing commissions and still doing stuff for Patreon because this gives me a bit of money. But I don't go to school no more. I graduated like years ago. They had to get rid of us very soon. Ever since the pandemic ended. You know, I graduated 2021, 2020, I believe. Yeah. It's all a blur to me now because it's like 3 years, 4 years later. Yeah, when the pandemic hit, that was the end of my senior year. Spring break was the end of my senior year, basically. We did online school, of course, but like that didn't really substitute the school experience. And it was like, oh yeah, we could just cheese the entire school system because my school didn't know how to do online school properly. So that went well. We still had like the whole big ceremony for our graduation, right? But it was like it was so surreal because you leave for spring break and then next thing you know you're graduating and you have to go up to the ceremony and the podium to grab your I had to grab your diploma. It was very weird for me. Very weird feeling graduating after the during and after the pandemic. It was I never got to properly say goodbye to my schoolmates. You know, give them a proper respectful farewell because I didn't. You know, I liked them. I liked a lot of them. I didn't really hate anybody at school. I didn't talk to anybody because as you can tell, I'm not very. I could be socially awkward sometimes. Not all the time. I've gotten better, but it was a thing during high school. I prefer virtual over actually being there. That is a preference, but when you go to school physically all your life and then they throw you in a virtual space for the rest of it before graduating, it kind of blows. That's for me anyway. I have your classmate. Have your classmates ever seen your channel? A couple of them. They don't really bring it up to me anymore though. You know, because we have our own lives to live. Not everyone from high school or like yeah, not everyone I had like, that were in my class like brings up the fact they watch my YouTube channel. If they do, they leave it in. They'll put it in the comments section, or like they'll send me a DM if we like use the same social media. But yeah, some of them do, some of them don't. They bring it up and they bring it and they don't. The only people that still watch my content that came from school were my friends, my IRL friends. Um, those are like the only other people that would like watch my content on YouTube or like pop up during like live streams if they ever see me live stream. Other than that though, uh yeah, I don't see any familiar faces anymore on my YouTube channel from school. During school, yeah, you know, because I always tell them like I have a YouTube channel, I do gaming content. If you look at my YouTube channel, I used to do a lot of different things. Some of which, like a lot of that, I like to wear my past on my shoulders because I'm not ashamed of what I did back then. It was fun for me during the time. I look back at it fondly. I'm never ashamed of like the content I made. Like you know, it was still a learning process. I got to learn how to use Adobe Premiere, animate. Used to do spray animations. It was fun. If I'd never done any of that, I wouldn't have made the EXE. I would have made the EXE Jam trailer. Let's be real. If I didn't learn how to do any of this stuff, I wouldn't have done it in the first place. I remember at school, my teacher was awesome. She let me play games on the whiteboard. EXE Jam was awesome. He's awesome. Yeah, I'm glad a lot of people are liking it. It took me months to do, not because the work was hard. It was because I had to like do things like the stuff I do on the internet, like the content I do, the content I draw and produce and give to y'all for y'all to enjoy. Um, it's not like I still have like an outside life to deal with, so it's a little so it just comes down to time management, and my time management skills are kind of atrocious sometimes. So that's why it took me forever to like get that out. I wanted to get like I started the project back in May, and it was finished in the middle of July this month. That is no bueno. I took like a almost 2.5 months to make that video. Of course, most of that was a learning process because there was two sequences that I had to animate by hand, which was the spinning world, and then Inkstock laughing. I had to animate that by hand using Krita, another art program that I have. It's a free art program, but it comes with, I believe every art program should just have this by default. It doesn't have to be in depth, but I would love to have it in most of it. I can't even like I use Clip Studio Paint for most of my art projects now because it's just a robust program and I love using it, preferably over Photoshop, which I've used before, but I prefer Clip Studio Paint because it's just its main purpose is to create art, and it like gives you all the tools they like give you to do that. But Krita is another art program. Not It's an open source, free, so anyone can come in do whatever to the program, and they still have like a something to use. But Krita comes with an animation timeline, and that's what I used to make the animation stuff because it had like it had like another thing it built into it, which was animation. You can just go in and just animate as whatever as long as you can. You know what I mean? It was cool. I can't do that with Clip Studio because I need to upgrade it to Pro. I need to upgrade it from Clip Studio Paint Pro to EX, which I can't really do anymore because the second version of Clip Studio Paint is out, and I can't like upgrade my version 1 to like EX version 1. I have to go to version 2, which I really don't want to do. I'm still a little iffy. If you're unsure why, it's because like there was a whole thing of Clip Studio Paint using AI or like gathering data from artists to refine their AI stuff. Most of them were like AI tools, which they all sound and look cool, by the way. All the stuff that's like built into version 2 are very neat things, but there is just stuff that makes me feel a little iffy about it to upgrade. So I'll who knows if I'll do it. I'll have to like do more research about it because for one, I'm not really against the whole AI stuff. There's a lot of AI projects that just are meant to be used as tools, not to necessarily replace the creative working people like myself to like produce projects. If it tries to replace things, I don't really go for it. But if it's a tool to assist the creative process, then yeah, I'm all for that because I would love to make this process a lot easier for me. Can you imagine a tool that just makes it like, well, that's what we use all the time to make our stuff. Is just we have tools to make it easier. So I'm never against that. What I am against is the idea and notion that this stuff can replace artists. And while I think that idea is still kind of ridiculous when thinking about it, because you need people to make this stuff work anyway, I still don't like that idea. So I'm always trying to like, that's where I kind of stand on that. But yeah, I was on a side tangent. I use Krita to make the animation. That's the point. And I can't do that on Clip Studio because I gotta update it because otherwise I'm only restricted to make like 1 second of animation, which kind of blows. But I adapt, as the common saying goes, adapt or die, loser. It's just it sounds harsh, but it's also kind of funny to say. Adapt or die, loser. Would you draw a red Godzilla creature in your banner? I mean, if there was more space for it, I would. I put Groovy in here, the Twitter mutual that I follow, because they jokingly said if I'm not in there, then the banner's kind of garbage, and it was in a joking manner, obviously. But I was like, huh, wouldn't it be funny if I did it anyway? So I did it anyway, and I was like, because I could get away with the space, because Samus and her massive, if I take away Groovy, and her massive shoulders already like take up a lot of space. So this kind of like you still get the idea. It's not ruining anything. You can still identify that Samus is there. I just thought it was funny to do, and I did anyway. They think it's funny too, and they also think you know, they thought it was cool for me to do. We like to have fun here in Snoopierkid Incorporations. We like to have fun here in my channel or in my area. I try to have fun. If I'm not having fun, then what's the point of doing anything? Fun is infinite. Whoa, that's a Mazin joke. Sonic CD. Whoa, I can't believe it. They quoted the thing. But yeah, no, that's the motto and philosophy I have whenever I work on projects. If I'm not having fun doing it, then I won't even finish it or I won't even do it. Because why would you do something that makes you feel miserable, right? Why would you do something that just causes you nothing but like negative emotions? That's dumb. Do you know how to draw Knuckles? I need to learn how to draw him for an EXE I want to make. I I had to draw classic Knuckles before for like the mock or like yeah the cover art that I did for EXE Jam during that one scene. I don't draw him very frequently. I never have like an opportunity. I don't, not an opportunity. I don't have like a. I never have like an excuse to draw Knuckles. If I do, it's just not a character I immediately think of like, who should I draw today? Oh right. I'm not even touching that with a 10-foot pole. Sorry, I was looking on Twitter and the mistake was going on Twitter. That's fun. I won't explain what it is. What's the best way to shade a drawing? For me, cell shading. Cell shading is fun to do. Soft shading has its pros and cons too, but you kind of need to know what you're doing for it to work properly. A lot of early artists do like the soft airbrush shading, and they don't really know what they're doing. It teach you? I'm a horrible teacher. I'm a horrible teacher. If I were to teach you, it's gonna be like a runoff sentence, like 3,000 runoff sentences just to get to one point. You just experienced that when I was trying to tell you, like how I was working on EXE Jam. I went like 2 million tangents just to get to the main point of, yeah, I had to use 2 programs. If you want to learn how to cell shade, there are better people to teach you than me. I just know how to do it with my with the minimal knowledge that I have and brain rot. What works for me and doing things may not work for you. It's better to learn from. It's better to learn from other people that aren't me. I
I'm crashing the party.
Kenny?
Yippee!
Kenny?
Runs in circles.
Kenny!
Hello!
Kenny! I miss you.
Oh, what the oh, hi! What's good, dog?
I miss you, bud.
Oh, hi!
Why did you leave me, dog?
What? I didn't leave you? What the fuck?
You didn't answer my DM from yesterday, dog. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute, wait, did I not? Wait, hold on.
I sent you a DM, you didn't respond back. You were online the whole day.
Oh, shit! Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't. I'm sorry.
You left me hanging, dog. Why you gotta do that to me? I thought we were homies.
I'm sorry, I didn't. Listen, I see what you said, babe. I'm sorry. I will watch it when I can, okay? I promise.
I'm glad you're doing alright, bud.
Aside from it being fucking horrendously hot, I'm fine.
Shut up, you don't live in Texas.
Dog, it's been in the 90s consistently for the past like 2 days, 3 days.
How
here.
about dealing with 100% humidity and being stuck under 90 that almost feels like 150?
No, dog.
The
oh
math
my God,
doesn't
it's
add
been
up.
So bad up here. If you hear the wind on my mic, it's because I'm sitting in front of our shoddy little AC.
No, you're good.
Oh wait, I gotta take my meds. Hold on.
Okay, I'm not gonna make that any cleaner. It's gonna get covered up anyway. This will work.
Do you want to see how far I've gotten?
No what?
Do you want to see how far I've gotten on my draw?
Yes, please.
Yeah, let me. I'll put it in. I'll put it in the mic.
I forgot to like have my Discord up because I have stream mode enabled, so I can't hear like any Discord notifications or see any of them. Also,
No, you're good.
hi to the 4 extra people that came on stream today. Kabuki,
Yeah. The minute I joined.
I know.
The minute I joined. I
They
know,
don't-
right? I'm
no, no-
so goated like that.
No one cares about me, dog. They only care about the other people I have on this project. I'm telling you,
That is
Kenny.
a lot.
None of this will work without the people around me. I'm just saying.
Hey, well, you're what?
Mm,
First off, that's bullshit. You're fine just on your own, you know. But
that's a lie.
what?
Why are you gonna lie to me?
Why do you have to talk like that?
It's just a thing I do.
That caught me so off guard. Okay, this is where I'm gonna get confused because where is? Okay, is this the other? Yeah, is that the other rib? Yes. Oh my god, that minute or that moment where you make super detailed line art and then you get fucking confused on what line is what. So then you get distracted for a second and then you're like, wait a minute. What was I gonna put there?
And there
I
he
put it in
is.
no mic though.
Yeah, I saw it. I heart it. I love it. I seen it. If this
Isn't it so cool?
if this does not get like 1,000 likes and 1,000 retweets by the time you post this, I will like foam at the mouth.
I'm not expecting it, but you know.
It looks so good though. What do you mean?
I don't. Dog, my fucking spot drawing got like 300, so like I'm not expecting a lot.
Yeah, but people love Springtrap, so shut your mouth.
He runs in circles. I also love Springtrap. He's just so cool.
Oh my god, is that? Are we seeing his? Oh, Kenny,
Huh?
would you
What?
mind if I post the progress shot on stream for people to
Oh.
look at?
Yeah, I don't mind at all.
Okay, so let me put this up for everyone. Give me one second. So
Because the one you guys are seeing is Snoopier's banner right now.
yeah, so let me put this up for everyone else to look at. This is Kenny's drawing, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Runs in circles.
If y'all do not retweet and like this, by the time he posts this on his socials, I will have a fit. I will foam at the mouth. That is Kenny's drawing, yes. I'm just saying, everyone, if y'all don't do this, I will foam at the mouth. I will go rabid. This deserves. What's Kenny's at? Kenny, put your Twitter at in chat for everyone to follow you.
Yeah, hold on. That's how you can find me pretty much anywhere. Like, that's literally just my username, literally fucking everywhere is just Kenny under X.
Don't worry, Nexus. Kenny knows. Kenny's reading chat.
Hi, waves.
Alright.
Also, the timer just went off, so I actually have to go grab laundry with Tia. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're good. I have the coolest friends. Alright, so we're gonna go back to... Go like and follow the dude's work. I love this man with all my heart. Don't tell him I said that, though. I gotta stay stoic. Okay, so we gotta finish off with Model Z. I need to find... There we go. Oh yeah, for anyone wondering who this specific character is, it's not really a specific character, more like a reference to a video game I love playing, which is Terraria. If any one of you knows how to play the Ranger playset from Terraria, you know that the endgame armor set looks very cool, and that's why I drew it. It's a black and teal greenish armor set, and I love it to death. If I can find it real fast, I'll put it in here for y'all to look at. So I just love playing Terraria. I was playing modded Terraria not too long ago. I may play that on stream, just because I started a new world and I find Terraria to be fun. Ranger setup. Oh, I need to find. This should be fine. There we go. And let me put this on stream. Where is it? There it is. Come on. Oh, dear Lord. There we go. See? The Ranger set from Terraria. This is the in-game item armor set. I guess spoilers if you haven't played the game, but I mean, depending on what you're doing, you may or may not even get this anyway. But yeah, this armor set looks cool. I try my best to mimic it. I also use official artwork from that's like been sanctioned by the people that make Terraria to like, so there's some artwork made by fans. And I get like notoriety and like recognition from the actual creators of Terraria. And I use their art as a reference to make this look good. Otherwise, I'd be making not peak. Just wondering about the line art brushes in the top left corner. Oh. So all of these, most of what's on top of here is what came with Clip Studio Paint. And then everything else down here written in katakana and Japanese. The stuff I got from the asset store from Clip Studio Paint, or like, yeah, the asset shop or the asset website, which you can go on when you get Clip Studio Paint. You can go on the asset store, look up anything for free. This is one of, I think I paid using the Clippies, their currency. I didn't buy any of their like the virtual currency to get this. They usually have like these monthly things. So if like there's like a monthly event going on for the entire month, if you keep logging in daily, you'll earn Clippies, and you can use those Clippies to buy whatever's on the store that they use, and it's very cool. I think that's how I got this specific brush that I'm using. I forgot from which set this is from. I don't have a mental note, but if I go find it, I'll probably find the set. But yeah, these are just all the ink pens that I don't use all of these. I try experimenting with all of them. Not all of them I use. I specifically just use this one right here for all of my line art because I just like the way the texture looks. It's not really noticeable at lower resolutions. Okay. Yeah, everyone knows the Vortex armor set. Yeah. I prefer the Solar and Nebula. I do too. I prefer the other ones over like the Vortex armor, but the Vortex armor looks cool. I wanted to do the Solar Flare one, but he would have taken up, that set would have taken up a lot more space because the flare ring that goes behind their back whenever you have the whole set on is really cool. But I stuck with the Vortex one because green and black, come on, that's just me. I love that color. So I had to do it. But now we get to work on Mega Man Model Z from Mega Man ZX, one of my favorite childhood Mega Man games that I need to complete and beat. Stardust has a huge Guardian behind it. I know, that's just a huge JoJo reference. If you still have not seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, what is wrong with you? Go watch it. Please. I beg you. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is very cool. Part 4 is peak. You can't change my mind. But yeah. Don't give me that face. Part 4 is peak. It is by far the best part of JoJo. Mega Man X2 is my favorite Mega Man. I have the Mega Man X collection, not X, the Zero collection. My bad, the Zero collection. So I get Mega Man Zero up till like four, and then like ZX and ZX Advent. I need to play all these games. Where's my Mega Man collection? Where are you at? Yeah, serious. Mega Man Zero and ZX Legacy Collection. My favorite. Have you played Mega Man 11? I have not. Unfortunately, I have not. I've played but haven't beaten Mega Man 6, which is, I think, the best of the classic series. I know Mega Man 9 and 10 exist, but like those are just Mega Man 2, 2.0 and 3.0. You get all these cool rush abilities from Mega Man 6. You get all these cool things for just standard Mega Man. And then they take that all away. Nah, the best classic Mega Man for me is Mega Man 3. I don't know, dude. 6 kind of has everything in a tight, like a nightly package bow for me. It has everything from the previous games and more, and then some. Also, aesthetically, they did a lot of cool things with the pixel art in that game. You go to like different locations and it looks so good. Time to talk about Sonic. Oh no. You're gonna make me sound like a Sonic fan? Favorite Sonic game? Damn. You got me in a pickle. If we're talking classic games, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, like that's the whole complete package. I love that to death. 3D Sonic game. That is very hard for me to pick because I had growing up, which I had the games that some would argue would be like the worst 3D Sonic games to play for a childhood, but I loved them. So those would have been Sonic 3 and Knuckles' definition of peak. Yeah, exactly. But talking about 3D Sonic games, like Sonic Heroes, Sonic 06, and Sonic Unleashed were the three 3D Sonic games I had growing up and played the most. So to pick out of those would be like to pick like I would have to pick Sonic Heroes because that was like my actual favorite. I liked playing Sonic 06. I didn't know it was a bad game as a kid. I didn't know. But I liked playing it, played multiplayer with my brother. It was insane.
Sonic 06 is garbage, and I will fight everybody. I will die on that hill.
I'm literally talking about my childhood game. I grew up
Ugh.
Jack comes out of nowhere. Everyone, say hi to Jack.
Leave the stream now. This sucks. The stream sucks. You should subscribe to jackgore.tv.
JackGore.tv.
And you should also follow my Twitter account.
Yeah, no, Sonic Heroes is my favorite 3D Sonic game. Unfortunately, the recent 3D Sonic games I haven't played any of them yet. And I can't really tell you how I feel about them. Yeah,
Guys, I got ice cream.
ice cream? You're not gonna share? Come
No,
bag?
this is hot. Fuck you. Call me a fucking scumbag. Go fuck yourself, dog. Oh my god.
I want ice cream too,
Shit
man.
yourself now. Yeah, right now on the mic.
Whoa. Hey.
Yeah. You fucking heard me.
Yes, for people wondering, this is the same Jack Agor from Twitter.com.
No, it is not. I am her brother. I'm her twin sibling. I am not real Jack Gore. I am called Jack Snore.
Also,
You.
welcome Demented. How are you?
I feel pain.
Oh
Are you
no.
called Jack Snore because you're boring?
Wow.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh yeah, go Kenny. Go Kenny. Go Kenny. I'm so good at the bit. Oh, shut up!
That's the sound it makes. That's the sound it makes every time you walk in the room. You stink. You stink.
Okay, well I
I
have
smell
ice
the
cream.
sweat from here.
I have ice cream and you don't.
Yeah, at least the ice cream smells better than you.
Hey, I smell like roses. I don't know what to tell you. Shut up!
It's,
I heard
wait,
you.
wait, it's you just like it's just,
Yes, Tia just said no the fuck I know in the background.
Jesus Christ. Bro, even your
You see,
wife
Tia's the real one. Tia's the real one.
your
Thank
wife
you,
just
Tia.
came in and just like, nah, he's lying.
Oh, hi.
Don't you smell like you smell like a bitch?
Oh, fuck you.
Ah,
That's right. That's
ah.
I'm right.
I
You're
will be
wrong.
I will be promptly jumping off a bridge. That's been nice knowing you guys.
Ah, yo, we can't be doing that.
Snoopy, you're gonna have to find someone else to be your editor. I'm sorry.
I need another writer. What do you mean? You took up 2 jobs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm your co-writer too. That's like.
My brain is not prepared for this.
I did give y'all the heads up that I am streaming today.
What?
I did give y'all the heads up that I am streaming today.
Yeah.
Shaq just no, you didn't.
No.
No, I have no idea. If this stream is still going, hello, can you guys hear me? Alright, this is my stream now. This is my stream. This is Jack War's stream. Everyone
I'm
that's
sorry, that's one
watching
of my favorite
Snoopier's
fucking
stream,
bits
go
when he
ahead and go to
smacks
my
the mic
YouTube
like that.
account. Subscribe there. The name is Jack Gore 5211. That's right.
Bro still using
Jack
numbers in
Gore
his name. What a
5211.
joke.
What do you have? An Xbox ass username, dog? Jeez.
What a joke.
Incorrect. Incorrect.
Oh, right. I need to pull up something for this. Hold on.
Oh, hey, so did you guys know that Twitter is now its dead name? Like, Twitter's dead name?
Oh my
It's now
god,
Twitter.
shut up. I'm not calling it X. The last thing I need is PTSD.
Bro, Song.exe fans.
Exactly.
Like,
You know,
Song.exe fans wild in today, bro.
Dude.
Calling Twitter X. Holy shit.
dude, you know the amount of restraint I had to have to me not to make an EXE joke on Twitter.
I'm doing it right now. Hold on, I'm doing it right fucking now.
Kenny, you better not.
Bro stole my whole joke bar for bar.
Wait, what, Tia? Huh? What? Twitter is the only website I'll happily dead name. Oh my god!
No.
That's insane!
Guys, respect Twitter, alright? It hurts my feelings. Okay?
Twitter's a living corporation. Continues to dead name the company.
Everyone be nice to Twitter. You know that it's a very friendly and welcoming place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No.
Such as any other social media platform.
Hold on.
I
He's breathing
can't
into the
believe
mic.
that, like, there's still people who are still able to continuously leak shit from the original Sonic.exe mod. We're finding like
I refuse.
ancient or fake stuff.
I
How the
refuse to
fuck?
believe that most of that is real. I think they just call it leaks just to promote their own thing. I refuse to believe anything after like the stuff that's been officially leaked is actually real. I'm going to be real.
Dude, the mod is sucked dry to the bone.
That's
There is nothing else to find.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I refuse to believe any other current modern Sonic.exe leaks from the FNF mod are real. Like, I just choose not to believe it because unless I hear it from other people's mouth, it's not real.
It's like dust. It's... Shut the hell up, kid. I'm gonna beat you up with this here fist.
It amazes me how people can have this like this huge amount of delusions. Mass delusions that they believe there's more to leak from one single mod.
Nothing else.
No, because the
left.
thing is that they're just so obsessed with the fact that it's like, oh my god, I can get all this clout and attention by like leaking this, and it's like,
Dude, I
okay.
am literally in the server. The server is archived. There is nothing left. Nothing. Zero. Nada.
The dude looks at the server daily and is just wondering how they keep pulling up new things that don't exist here.
Hey guys, check this out. I got a Lord X leak. He's getting a new song.
Hold on. Let me go to the server right now.
Brother, this guy stinks.
This is totally
I'm
real.
going to the server right now.
I'm friends with one of the mods. They were showing me this. This is so epic.
Nothing.
If y'all can't hear it properly, say that again.
I
There
swallowed
is
Jack.
nothing. Hold on. You're gonna hear the echo. 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 See, there's nothing.
It's
All right,
amazing.
it's not even worth leaking anymore. There's nothing.
Bro's seen everything.
Yo, there's still things to leak. I have official leaked content.
I heard it. I got this leak from the dude on Discord that told me that he would give me the leak if I did some scrupulous things.
I think leaking is my red piss. I'm piss on you.
Not the infamous Jack Gore red piss, dog.
It is
Trademark.
my trademark.
Trademark red
It is
piss.
my trademark.
Jack Gore pissblood.jpg.
So yeah, Rick created audio from your trailer. Thank you.
I still can't believe we actually did the last minute
Yeah.
changes
Start
before.
believing.
I'm gonna fucking watch your trailer. Hold on. Watch the
Most of
trailer.
those most of the stuff you see, like the changes we did were last minute that I had to upload the same day.
I'm gonna watch your trailer.
Stop watching
I'll
the
do it,
trailer.
I swear to God.
Stop
I'll watch it.
Stop watching the trailer. It's done. Let it
I'm
be.
gonna watch the trailer. You can't stop me.
Just like the FNF EXE mod. It's done. It's dead. There's nothing to leak.
Actually, let me get.
Actually, there's still quite a bit to leak.
Let me get the big book that we have on EXE Jammed. It's all the lore. There's a lot of lore, guys.
The tons and tons of pages of hypothetical lore we haven't concretely made yet.
You hear this? It's all the
You're about
pages.
to get a sneak peek into the future of the EXP Jam.
Jack Gore's
Prepare
currently.
for the next 52 chapters.
Holy shit. Bro's currently flipping through the 95 pages of hypothetical lore that we have.
Sorry, it's a really
Is you-
big singular page.
If you want full access to all of these comics, join my Discord server.
I ain't joining your Discord server. That shit smells like cheese.
How dare you?
Smells like cheese.
Hey, Goji.
Goji? Yeah, I'm live on YouTube. Say hi, Goji.
Hey, look over there.
What?
Oh, he's gone.
God damn it!
He didn't even.
Us again.
Bro didn't even say hi. How rude.
You won't be able to run forever, Koji. I
Coach.
will find you. And I
Fuck
will
is
kill
that
you.
wind, bro?
That's Kenny.
It's me! I'm in front of a fucking AC!
Yeah, while we're joking, currently
You
currently in the office of
What you
EXE
said.
Jam. Kenny's roasting in the office of EXE Jam right now.
I'm dying. I'm in a puddle in the corner. I'm like actually fucking melting because of how hot I am right now.
Imagine.
Yeah. Kenny is just on a spit roast right now.
Ugh, excuse me.
You're not
What are
excused.
you guys doing?
We can save up for an AC.
Right now-
Streaming.
Right now, we're just sort of
Around.
everyone else that isn't me drawing for the stream for like this banner that I'm doing, or just currently fucking around in the EXE Jam office.
Because we can.
Yeah, because
Hold
we
on.
can. We can do that. Hi guys, it's me, Jack War. If you're still watching, I hope you didn't
Yeah,
forget to like
currently-
go on my Twitter account and follow. This is my third plug-in into this stream.
Yeah. Currently, Snoop is drawing and Kenny is being grilled.
Snoop. Snoop.
Yes,
Instead of them dying.
I saw Shin Kamen Rider. I
Please.
think, day before yesterday.
please, man, cut me some slack.
That movie was so good.
Sorry, I don't
you
know.
Have to get,
Nice.
You have to get Amazon Prime right now.
Bro,
Or
we can,
like,
we can have a watch party here just watching the movie. I don't know if anyone here wants to actually watch Shin Kamen Rider, but I want to watch the movie.
Silence.
You could probably do that later.
I was making my
Yeah,
server
it's
watching for
always
Brother Rabbit yesterday.
if we did stream Shin Kamen Rider on like your YouTube channel,
I'd probably get
you'd
shut
probably
down.
get like, yeah, Toei would probably like.
Totally would
send
not
us
like
the
that.
hell.
That's why I said. I didn't specifically say on YouTube. We'll just do it
That's
on
why
Discord.
Ultraman is better,
Oh my god.
obviously.
I haven't seen a single lick of Ultraman besides clips.
Bro, you have to see it. It's actually really good.
I will.
Alright, Godzilla better.
Well, I mean, I am the Godzilla guy.
Sorry guys, you're obviously wrong. Pacific Rim is the best tokusatsu.
Kill yourself.
I'm also
You
you
should kill yourself now.
Nexus, you
Yeah.
can't say that. Your internet provider will cut you off from your internet. Don't be
Mr. Gore,
What?
how much Godzilla knowledge do you know, buddy?
bro's challenging
Not as
you.
much as you do.
Yeah,
I'll be full on blunt and honest.
Bro immediately folded.
Jack.
I am a simpleton. I am a simpleton, and I'm not.
I am the one that
ashamed of it. If you do wish to teach me the knowledge of the Godzillers, I would be happy.
The
to.
Godzillers.
All right, so there's
Okay,
four
but not
respective
right
eras.
now. My brain is mush.
Whose fault is that?
Mine. I'm kind of a bit of retarded.
What?
See, I removed
That's
one
also
word.
partially. It's also partially because of me. I snuck into Jack's house one night and I just like messed around with his page, like his brain, like Play-Doh.
God damn it! I knew something was
Wanna-
wrong.
Thing. If you want to get a general understanding on the themes and the basic gist on what Ultraman is, watch Shin Ultraman. You can find it on like any free movie website with English subtitles.
Goji, we can't promote piracy. We can't do that.
We're on YouTube right here. You
What?
could
We are
you're
live.
gonna shut us down?
No, but I would rather have my
We only have like what, 4 viewers? If these 4 viewers
I'd rather not have my internet.
on us, we can go after you.
I'd rather not have my internet provider email me one day and be like, "Yeah, you need to stop doing that."
Hey guys, buy movies. Yeah, buy movies when you Asher and the Bunny.
Buy movies,
with your
go to
cash
buy
and
school,
movies.
eat your vegetables,
Yeah, eat your vegetables. What else?
don't play in traffic.
Watch
Yeah.
always both sides before crossing the road.
Yeah,
Be like
yeah.
Batman and stay by the law.
Batman beats up the law. Wait, hold on.
Keep in contact with your relatives.
Be a good chum.
Maybe not all of them. Uncle Ricky can stay
Yeah.
uncontacted.
Yeah. Yeah. Your Uncle Ricky, yeah. He knows what he's done. Stay away from him.
The reason
Yeah.
why Uncle Ricky isn't invited to family reunions anymore, guys.
Yeah. We don't talk about the incident involving the pizza party.
The Rick incident.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not after
I'll probably send the link on my Twitter. See if people would be interested to watch.
Hmm?
Yo, I know the audience can't see this, but let me.
I could
show
share
you
the
this
link to this
cool
stream on
Batman.
my Twitter and see if people would be interested to watch.
Let me show you this cool Batman design I found on Twitter.
Well,
It's like, imagine if like Robert Pattinson's Batman, but he has like the comic actor costume, and it's a bit more gothic and emo, and like
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I may have seen it already. Yeah, I've seen this. I liked it. It's very cool.
That's pretty
making
sick.
like casting Robert Pattinson as Batman is like, in my opinion, one of the best like casting choices for like.
I
any
didn't
comic
think it was gonna
made
work
in a
until
long
I saw
time.
the movie.
When I saw the trailers and like when they revealed like the suit, that's when I felt like, oh, maybe this will work. And when I saw the movie, it's just like, yep, this is my new favorite Batman.
Man, bro, they should have just gave him purple gloves like in his early debuts. Where's my purple gloved Batman at?
I think the purple gloves is fine.
I think they're goofy and they should have shown up.
Nah, cause like, how do I say this? What's it called? I don't know, cause like after a while, like the purple gloves gets a bit overused, and like I
Does
like
it?
when I mean like the bat, cause like I like when stuff like there's some consistency with the colors, which is what makes suits like Spider-Man's costume so good. Like,
Right.
yeah.
I'm having a horrible time trying to draw this helmet, dude. It's just the angle that I have it in, and then the way it's supposed to look. Ah, this design's hurting me. I
But
love
yeah, guys.
I love Mega Man ZX, but God, does
If
the
you
models
have,
deform?
if you have any type of like HBO Max, or just like apparently it just goes by Max now. Watch The Batman, like by Matt Reeves. It is a good movie, and if you like being emo, that's the movie for you.
Like being emo, what a selling point.
If
Guys,
you like being edgy, then this is for you.
you love hating society. Watch the Batman.
Nah, if you hate society, that's when you watch like the Joker.
Random thing. I have a video of a video of a wasp eating a moth with. That's very random.
I'm just saying the bat.
What? Kenny?
Huh?
It sounds like he said he got stung by a wasp.
The Batman healed me.
Do you not know that video?
dramatically.
No.
It's like this little kid, like he got stung by a wasp, and he's like fucking screaming and crying, like I've been stung by a wasp. I've been stung by a wasp.
Yeah, no, I've not seen that video.
Little child.
I was
Suffer.
in the middle of destroying my sanity by playing Crash Bandicoot 4.
No.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god! No, hold on.
Yeah, you can send me the link. I'll take a look.
Yeah, sending in an
Uh,
invite. You guys gotta
Rob-
watch this video.
Snoop.
Yeah.
You know what makes this Batman design so good?
What? What makes it so good?
It's like you take like the already like very gothic approach of Batman, and then insert that like emo-ness of like when Pattinson was in Twilight. That's how you get this Batman, because like this Batman is clearly a vampire.
I'd rather
Essentially.
not his. I'd rather not have to see his chest glowing and sparkling in the middle of in the middle of daylight. Oh man, my tummy is growling. That means I'm hungry, but I got nothing to eat.
You know what? You know what, Snoop? I got a meal just for you.
Now
You
what?
know, there's your food.
Jesus Christ! I'm not eating the soy jack lemon.
Okay, I took a look at it. Like, yeah, I get it. A wasp thing is like really, really painful, but jeez.
The little kid has zero pain tolerance. The timeline? No.
For Sonic.exe.
I love the different shades of Lord X.
Yeah.
Also, apparently there's like internet connection problems happening. Oh no.
So I do unfortunately gotta head out because my tablet is about to die, but I will talk to you guys later.
You just be on your phone.
Well, my phone's almost dead too.
Bro, just charge it.
I don't have it. Okay, you know what?
Hey, Chad. How you doing? How's it going? You all
Fucking
good?
bros, you stupid.
I'm just saying, man, you gotta leave me again.
I'm sorry, I don't have a charger I can use right now.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
I'm sorry.
I'm messing with you. Chill out.
I'll
Kenny?
talk to you guys another time though.
Okay.
Alright, you guys take care.
Hi, Kenny.
Bye bye. Damn it.
I'm about to sneak into these walls.
No. Did Jack say he was where he was going?
I don't know.
Bro just left me. Why is everyone leaving me? It's only been 30 minutes, fellas. Damn.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm still gonna be here.
Let's go.
And I think Goji's still here. He's just on mute. Hey, Goji, you still here?
Bro had to immediately leave. Nah, it's fine. We'll manage. I have no idea if I'm gonna finish this art banner by today. Probably won't.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like a big piece, so like.
It shouldn't have taken me this long to make it because to me it's relatively simple. Which Koji dipped when he saw the O2 destroyer. Jesus. Okay, well, I finally got the helmet down, I think. Well, if I ever need to make stream highlights for YouTube shorts, this stream was pretty good for that. I got someone to pull off of.
Guys,
Hey, Goji, welcome back.
I may have to excuse myself.
What happened?
Hey.
I'm gonna be heading to another VC.
Ah, okay. Nah, you're good, man.
Yeah,
Alright. See you guys.
Later,
See ya,
Goji.
Bye, guys.
And there was two. I wonder if the new Godzilla movie is like Shin Godzilla 2. Probably not.
Because it looks like a bulkier Shin Godzilla.
They're treating it like a whole separate thing. Or at least that's what I'm getting. That's the feel I'm getting. Doesn't look like it has any continuity with any like previous movies like Shin Godzilla.
I still wanted to talk to Goji at some point as well, because just so where I could start with the Godzilla stuff, because I never had a proper watch of any of the Godzilla movies at all.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It can be a little confusing, but I'm pretty sure he'll text you like the good general direction to go in.
yeah, because like I am aware about the existence of kaiju and all that, but I've never taken a proper look into it.
Giant monsters are very fun, also very silly sometimes.
I imagine so, because I know of another one called Mothra, which just looks
Yeah,
like a giant moth.
it's just a giant moth. People ship Godzilla to Mothra a lot.
Why?
I can't tell you off the top of my head. All I know is that they're very sweet together. It's mostly because during the movies, Mothra usually assists or helps Godzilla to do a lot of things. And
Because from what I hear, like, isn't like Godzilla like technically on like the human side,
after
more
like
or less?
after like the first couple of movies, yeah, he's basically just trying to like help humanity in a sense.
Yeah.
In the original Gojira movie, like all he's doing is literally destroying Japan because it was supposed to be symbolism for like the nuclear bomb that dropped. Yeah, the Godzilla was little boy and fat man.
But do you
Kabuki.
know like what is the Tsar Bomba of just the animated world?
The what?
The Tsar Bomba,
The Tsar Bomba. That's the first I'm hearing that.
Russian bomb.
Oh, I did not know.
The one of the animated world is SpongeBob.
Mmm. Yeah, now I remember this theory. Yeah, one nuclear bomb made the Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
My biggest critique of Gojira 1954. Yeah, I forget how old Gojira actually is. Is that Godzilla and the bombings happen? I think it would have been cooler if he was the bomb and the bombing didn't happen. Well, I mean, it was like the most recent thing that happened in Japan, so they kind of
The
need to
bomb
do
is just basically the bomb is just basically Godzilla just belly flopping like onto the city.
because the nukes drop and then afterwards Godzilla just kind of forms out of the ocean and starts destroying Japan. Again, it was symbolism for the time. I'm pretty sure World War II has had just ended.
Just World War II just ended, and then suddenly monster problem.
Yeah. Listen,
Yeah, humanity cannot catch a break. Not
if
that
I
it ever deserved it.
if I get my world history wrong, blame my U.S. history teachers. They didn't do very good. At this point, it's on me, but I will blame them.
Yeah. Remember, if you ever make a mistake, just blame it on someone else because they guided you wrong.
Clearly, it was their fault, not yours.
Exactly.
Push the blame onto others. Please don't.
Yeah, no.
Don't ever take anything I say as gospel, please. I am just a regular guy.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, chat, by the way. I'm just kidding. Just trying to make jokes, trying to be funny.
Trying to be. We are funny. We're master class at comedy, bro.
Yeah.
What's my favorite Gojira design from the Millennium designs, where he looks a little bit. Here, let me pull it up. I know this. Whenever I think Godzilla, is the immediate one I think of. Hold on. There he is. I'll put him in here. There he is. Millennium Godzilla. Throughout the 2000 movies that they released, this is the design he kind of has for the duration of like early 2000s. I love the design because he keeps his goofy eyes, but he still look kind of menacing. He's very cool and silly. I like him very much. This is definitive Godzilla for me. I mean, I like the MonsterVerse design, but nothing beats this. He's still like a big chunky thing, but he's also, you can believe that he can like, move around a little bit easier. I like this design, all right? He's cool. This is my preferred Godzilla design. Oh, I deleted the line art. My bad. There it is. For you, it's Godzilla Earth or Shin? Godzilla makes me smile. Yes, he makes me smile too. Godzilla Earth, that's the first I've ever heard anyone say that's their favorite. If I remember correctly, he's just a giant planet. And the show didn't do him much justice. Okay, yeah, Godzilla Earth is just like a ginormous mountain that moves very slowly and protects his planet. But his show didn't really do much to, like, make it good, I think. And then Mechagodzilla was just... correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but Mechagodzilla was just an entire city complex on top of his back, right? I know Mechagodzilla had like this wild concept. He was just an entire city. I still think that's very cool. Yeah, he was. Okay, I'm right. I was correct. Most of what I hear about Godzilla Earth is through third-party sources, because I still have not officially watched it because a lot of people are telling me it's not really worth it. Mechagodzilla City. That's so cool. Mechagodzilla in the Millennium movies, like the early 2000 movies, just had a lot of, like, just a bunch of mech. Just a bunch of just a bunch of mech weapons on his body. Like, he's just using his shoulder cannons are my favorite. He can also turn into a ginormous plane, or parts of him just turns into vehicles. Insane.
Mechagodzilla is basically just the living Tokyo Skytree.
Exactly. Thoughts on Space Godzilla? He has a giant. He's the Xenophanes of Godzilla. Xenophanes, excuse me, Xenophanes.
Yeah, I was about to like go so hard on you.
Excuse me, but it was funnier if I said it wrong, because do you know what Space Godzilla looks like, Demented?
Yeah, isn't he the one that has like the prisms like coming out of his back?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I've seen a screenshot of him before.
Yeah, let me put in no mic for y'all, or I'll put it in for you, but I'll put this up for chat for people who don't understand my joke. That is Space Godzilla. I'll put it in here for you to look at.
Yeah, I've seen him before.
The Xenophanes of Godzilla is Space Godzilla. Tell me I'm wrong, chat. Godzilla or Planet Eater. It scared me to death when I was young. I still haven't finished it. Of course they glow, man. Of course these things glow. What makes them cool? And it's pleasant and makes them aesthetically pleasing to look at.
Space Godzilla just basically also looks like a walking geode.
He's just a walking amethyst geode. Biolante is also a good kaiju. I was never really a big fan of Biolante. Just a giant plant. Where's Biolante? Here it is. Yeah. It was just this ginormous lizard plant-like thing. It looks cool, but I was never really a big fan of Biolante.
What was Biolante even capable of doing?
If I remember correctly, well, I mean, most of the kaijus have really one like main thing, like a common threshold, which is like destruction of the planet or a certain city. So, terraforming a city is one thing. I'm pretty sure Biolante was just trying to, if I remember correctly, just trying to like have its spores go everywhere. But I haven't, you know, again, so I haven't seen much of it. How dare I? How dare I? What do you mean?
How dare he? How dare you?
I think Biolante was made from Godzilla's cells. That sounds pretty cool. Also dangerous and dumb. Why would you do that? Oh yeah, if you're a kid watching these movies, I will have no doubt in my mind you'd be scared. Some of the monster designs, dude, and the noises they make are insane.
So I'm expected to hear good sound design.
Not all the time, but
Okay.
the sounds that the monsters make are usually very good.
Yeah. If the monster sounds are at least good, then I'm already happy. Because if you can make a really good monster sound, then you've already won me over.
I'll tell you this: there's a reason why there's multiple movies of this guy, of Godzilla, and just the things he does. People find him very appealing. The iconic roar is very good. They use it a lot.
And then the one thing I have also seen him commonly do is fire his laser.
His laser has been different in I think, almost every movie. Because in the first movie, it's just because of early special effects weren't there yet. They used like this gas thing, but the gas melts the metal that he's like firing onto, and it looks sick. So it's just like, imagine getting blasted by this concentrated heat blast of mist, like very hot steam just being blown onto you and having your flesh just in metal just melt off of you. You became cheese that day. That's how people in Arizona feel. They get constantly blasted by early Gojira.
Hot AF.
I live in Texas, but I've heard horror stories of Arizona heat. I don't want to go there. I already don't enjoy the heat as much, but I tolerate it because, I live here.
Like you had a choice.
It was either that or die. You know what I mean? Adapt or...
Yeah.
My favorite quote of the day, I'm going to say it twice. Adapt or die, loser. Yeah.
I've seen fans melt of ceilings in Arizona.
Oh, Jesus. In the OG movie, the atomic breath was initially called
Incandescent light.
Ah.
Are you serious?
That's very cool. Also goofy.
Incandescent light.
Gojira was spitting out mist that was not light.
Why does that sound like an anime move?
It's Japan.
Because now I'm just imagining that's a move in like a JRPG, and someone just yells out, "Incandescent light!"
I'm telling you, it's Japan. It's a Japan thing. They make everything cool. Kamen Rider has to yell out the time he jumps and kicks, bro, and it still sounds cool to me. So Rider just to jump like 5 feet in the air, and then Rider kick, and it does this thing that explodes people after kicking. Japanese heroes or just Japanese heroes or stories have people use special moves and they call it out every time. If not, they say it in their head to make it sound cool.
They have their inner monologues.
Heck yeah, dude. I'd probably do the same thing. Listen, if I was battling something very cool to a life or death scenario, and if I had the chance to do a finishing move, yeah, I would call it something cool and corny. Maybe even yell it out.
Kamehameha! The Kamiya Mama.
The Kamiya Mama. I can't believe someone said that for real with the straight face. God.
Yeah, no, my brother showed me that clip. I'm sitting there laughing my ass off, and then he is just so pissed that this guy pronounced it wrong.
I think later in that same clip, the dude was like, "Guys, I know how to pronounce it." I'm over here like, "No, you don't.
I know how to pronounce it.
You lie to me now. You can't just do a 180."
I've watched Dragon Ball. I know how to pronounce it. The Kamiya Mama.
You lying sack of shit. The Kamehameha wave. Oh yeah, when early Dragon Ball called it the Kamehameha wave.
Oh yeah.
It's just not in the
Kamehameha.
no in like Dragon Ball Battle of the Gods when Krillin's talking about Goku firing off his Kamehameha, he calls it the Kamehameha, and I was just like, bro, that's so weird for you to do. You know how to pronounce it. Why did you just do it wrong? Sorry if you hear that. I'm drinking water.
No, that's fine. I just find it funny that just like here and there when there's like slip ups in something that eventually just ends up becoming, part like of like whatever happened in there. So like instead of Kamehameha, it ends up becoming Kamehameha.
Do people who pronounce GIF as GIF call Goku Joku?
It's not pronounced like that. You pronounce it GIF.
It is a GIF, not a GIF.
Or call God as Jod.
That's one letter away from being General Zod. Man, speaking of General Zod, I saw the Flash movie and I was so very conflicted after I was done watching it. I think we watched it on this like a day or day or so after it came out on theaters, and we went to go watch it in theaters. God, is it expensive? But man,
the Flash movie that came out this year.
Yeah,
I've not watched that.
I felt so conflicted after watching the movie, dude. For one thing, the CGI is everywhere. The next is the story, which I found it to be very, very, at some parts, very good. But I still, if I had to give it like a rating of 5 out of 1, I'd probably give it like a 3. It's not bad, but it's not very good either.
3.7 stars is the average of it right now. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
So, like, are you saying not worth a watch?
It's really not.
Yeah. There was only like one Flash movie I watched, but it was an animated one, and I thought that one was pretty okay.
Did you watch the Flashpoint? Was that the one?
Yeah, the Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah. It's probably like the very good Flash movie. That's what this movie should have been in terms of like story and direction, I think. But like nothing would have saved it because the main lead actor, Ezra Miller, just kind of like... That's the one thing. The main thing that kind of just like the entire time watching the movie is like, God, there's some very good parts of this movie, but man, is it ruined by the lead actor. Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for this, like, the illegal allegation stuff that he had to deal with, this movie probably would have been fine. Like, I thought in the big, like, during when Justice League came out the first time, when they picked him, I thought he was a perfect pick for Flash. And then his entire career just went downhill. It was so fast. And all they did was give him a slap on the wrist and ignored the fact that he did any kind of criminal activity. And I'm still to this day very, very confused.
I don't blame you.
I think they... I don't want to say the movie shouldn't have been released because Ezra Miller is just one part of the movie, right? There's millions of people working on this movie trying to make it good as they can do. A lot of creative effort went into it. I can admire and appreciate that. But God, the dude's in the movie the entire time. In stereo, twice! It's just... That's the... Like, if... To me, personally, that's the main reason why I'll probably never watch it again. Because of the dude alone, because I'm just like, I'm so jiffed about it.
All right. So I'll keep that in mind. That's a movie I'm skipping on.
I would like. I won't think negatively of you if you watch it because you know it's still just a movie. That's just how I felt personally about it. Just
Yeah, I know.
conflicted.
Yeah, I know. But I always have like a bunch of shit I need to be doing. So like, whenever like I'm gonna set up time to just like do something else that's not work, I want to at least have it worthwhile. And
Right.
if the movie I plan to watch like is gonna end up bad, but if it makes me laugh, then that's fine. But if it's a movie that's bad and like just bad, then I don't know. That's something that I'm not gonna be happy with.
I'm very. I watch a YouTube channel because I don't watch Cinema Sins anymore. I watch Cinema Wins preferably because the dude that runs the channel just like tries his best to like find the good in like every movie he watches, and some that would be arguably bad. I'm very curious, like bad. Um, I'm very curious to what this dude's gonna do if he even reviews the movie in Cinema Wins. I'm very.
It's gonna be one of the shortest videos.
It's like the one thing that's good. The people who were in charge of making it, end credits. I don't know. I'm very curious what he's going to do about it if he ever does review it.
Yeah.
And that's just like the movie from theater experiences. The whole can of worms of them trying to make it an NFT is a whole different thing.
Oh God, do not bring up NFTs.
Warner Brothers, what are you doing? Stop. You had one job.
You had one job.
NFTs are not.
/ you had one job.
NFTs are so not it anymore, dog. Stop it.
No, since the beginning, just NFTs just have been so annoying.
Just when you think you've seen enough or you've seen the last of it.
Yeah, because there was
they come back out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, because there was also like a thing that I was working on like long time ago. Like, this was started out as like a joke, where like I was just like I did a picture where like I drew Sunky, and he was just like being held like an actual hedgehog, and that was just something done as a joke. But then I ended up like doing other EXEs like in the same way, all of them just kind of being held like tiny hedgehog. But because of like the amount I ended up drawing there's been like a bunch of people who kept saying that like this looked like an NFT, and I don't get it. Because it's
Man.
literally not. Because if I can get the picture, then I can show you.
Nexus, hopefully the stream will last for 4 hours if I make it for that long.
If Snoop has the energy to go that long.
I don't know how long I stream, and then I never figure out when it's a good time to end or like when I'm like done. I don't like streaming is more like it's weird because if I want to like continue doing like content creation, streaming is kind of like required for me to do things so I can just keep doing the things I love. Also, it's just kind of fun to see how many people come in, chat, and just make my day. It's a weird thing. I don't want to treat it as a job, but I can't really treat it as a hobby either because I do it very infrequently.
Yeah, so it's kind of a mix.
It's not. It's just something I feel like doing one day.
Yeah, here we go.
Let me look at this.
All right, I put it up. That's what I was doing.
I think I remember seeing this on my feed.
Yeah, so this was something that I was doing long ago, but I ended up just stopping.
Man, you could tell this was made at a different time.
Yeah, no.
EXCs you don't really see anymore.
Yeah, no. I miss those old days.
Same. Time flies, time changes. People do weird things behind closed doors. Still insane, dude.
Yeah. Whoops, sorry.
No, you're good. And bless you.
Thank you.
Also, for the people who are still watching the stream and are very curious on where I fit in the whole EXE community, I don't consider myself in the community only because I don't interact with a lot of them a lot of the time. I have a couple of mutuals, like Demented, Kenny, Emerald, all of them, but I wouldn't really consider myself a part of the community. And it's kind of strange to hear because the biggest thing I have going on is EXE Jam, but I did it on a whim with Chapter 1. You could probably tell that I kind of made it on a whim, and it could have in the Chapter 1 it could have really been it for the whole series if people didn't really love it as much as they did. Which to this day I'm still very happy and pleased to hear about. The people enjoy reading the comic, but it could have really EXE Jam could have easily just been one chapter and it could have been a one and done sort of thing if a lot of people didn't look at it, and I would have been fine with that. But yeah, it's weird hearing it's probably weird hearing the fact that I don't really consider myself a part of the community, even though I have this big thing going on and it makes me a part of some people in the community. It's just I don't do a whole lot, and I don't want to be pigeonholed to one thing. And that's why I do what I feel like doing after a big project like EXE Jam is done. So, so on stream here live, I'll probably clip this too. Yeah, I don't really consider myself in the community. I'm mutual with a lot of them. I'm fine with a lot of people, cool with them, in fact. But yeah, it's just I don't see myself in there. If people see me as this, and it's weird because I see a couple of people on my feed sometimes that consider me like a big figurehead. I'm just that's not really accurate if I don't really interact with these people a lot. I don't know. I'm just a dude. Inkstock Kirby. Don't give me an idea now. Kirby would look very disgusting if he were to absorb Inkstock. I don't want to ruin my boy like that.
But also, just also to continue on that, it's just you don't really have to be fully part of the community. If you do end up doing anything related to EXEs, I mean, after a while, just because that's kind of what I did with Agent X, where originally he just started out as just an creation for the EXE community, just kind of this entity that just interacts with other EXEs, and he was pretty much open for interaction. So he basically wasn't only just for me, but for the community to make interactions with, which was the initial idea. But due to just how I kind of distanced myself as well from the community a little bit, I haven't completely left it. I'm still kind of there because I'm also just still working on the EXE wiki. But yeah, it's why I ended up just expanding on Agent X more. And at some point, I do want to try working on a comic for him as well, just to kind of show more detail on his story, just how he works when it's not to do with EXEs.
Right.
So that's kind of what I considered what EXE Jam is for you, where even though that you aren't technically part of the community, but you are doing something here that started out as just a small fun project, and it ended up just becoming this fantastic thing, and it's just awesome to see the support that's come to this, because just seeing how this comic started with the first chapter, even if it wasn't planned to end up being expanded on, it was really cool to see the first chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I guess the other reason why I was also excited about this is also just because when I first saw how you drew Agent X, I thought that was really cool the way you designed him. So somehow you end up drawing my character better than I could.
It wouldn't have looked as good if it wasn't for like the base design. Let's be real. Most of that goes to you, man. Your character designing skills is what made it look good.
Regardless, I still just find it really cool to still also just help with this project, and just I'm still excited for like the future for this stuff,
Yeah, like
because the first 2 chapters have already just been really, really awesome. And also just seeing the progress of the trailer as well was also just really fun to watch. And just the final result of it was also just extremely amazing. Because all the work and all the time that you put into that thing, like, it's impressive. It really is.
yeah, I'm still very, very grateful at the positive reception that it's getting. It hasn't broken 1,000 views yet, but we'll get there. We're sitting.
It eventually will.
We're sitting at a comfortable 800 right now.
Yeah, it's very close. So I also just want to say that to chat as well. So everyone's still watching. Just thank you guys also still for the support, because Snoop has been doing some amazing work just throughout this entire thing, and it's awesome just seeing you guys supporting his work, because the dude deserves it.
I try my best. It's only as good as the people I'm with. So keep telling everyone that works with me. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
Even in chapter 1, like I invited everyone from chapter 1, hoping it would probably do everything, but I wasn't really expecting it. But I like pre-planning it, so I had Exterion, Exgen X, all of them on board, Demented, Gojin, all of them, all mostly on board, expecting it, like hoping one day we'd get further down so they can see it. Even if chapter 1 it didn't do any well, I'm glad that I had that. It was Kabuki, you were also part of chapter 1. Thanks. Your character was a cameo in one of the scenes. I think, it's just, even if we didn't do it, the fact I did a comic like that was something I'm proud of. The fact I did it and got it done. It's like an accomplishment worth doing. Also, welcome back, Nexus. I'd say you'd miss a lot, but probably not.
Yeah, no. Basically, all that we were talking about was just EXE Jam related stuff.
I'm pretty sure you can rewind the stream if you can, but it really wasn't much. It was just the rundown.
It wasn't really anything new or like anything else. It's just basically just talking about like the first 2 chapters, and just talking about the work that Snoop and the rest of the EXE Jam team were doing for the comic.
Hope one day we do a lot more with the project, but also I really don't promote my projects a lot, because I kind of like the fact that they get seen and get talked about with word of mouth. I probably should promote my stuff a lot more, but it's usually like a me thing where I don't want to seem like I'm putting down everyone's throat, because promoting it all the time or a lot could for me anyway, whenever I do it, it makes it feel like I'm just like being overbearing.
Yeah, I can tell you that you definitely weren't. You're not being overbearing, because I think it's like the way that you have brought it like out publicly. I think like it's still just a healthy amount, because you're not just posting just like every like couple hours, just like go check out the EXE Jam, go read this comic, it's awesome. Like that is just what I would consider just over promoting.
I tried.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, and I try not to hype my own, blow to my own horn as much either, because I know my worth. On that note, Nexus, I'm still very surprised people are just reading 2 chapters a lot of the time, even though there's just 2. We will work on chapter 3. I'm just still on this sort of break hiatus thing until I feel like I'm ready.
Yeah, there's only 2 chapters right now.
Only 2. I will work on chapter 3 very soon. But if you want to know what's coming, the trailer like showcases and teases a lot of things that
Yeah.
will happen during the story. So you can keep watching that, find the neat little details if you can.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I will be sure to have Emerald and Kenny with me in the writing room, along with Demented, Goji, and all of them, if they feel like helping us with the writing process. We will write chapter
Yeah.
3 as soon as we can. I will probably do it. I'll probably start the writing process in the beginning of August, or maybe a little bit after a certain birthday.
Godzilla cameo in EXE Jam.
We have very tall EXEs. I don't know. We'll probably.
Yeah.
There is a very tall
Yeah.
EXE, the Forest
Yeah,
one.
it wasn't. It wasn't it on my way. Like
There's
on my
all
way.exe.
on my way. Then there's Torment, and then it was a Nolan Springs EXE, the Forest EXE. I forget.
Oh yeah, Valley.
Valley. We got a bunch of tall EXEs that we can make kaiju. Or
Yeah.
we can have a hallucination machine and just have. We can have someone just make themselves big.
Yeah.
I'm only saying Valley because when multiple times when I asked for submissions for cameos for cameos for people's exes that possibly will show up and maybe say a couple of lines of the comic, Valley's been one of them. So
Yeah.
and plus, very Nolan Spring has been a very good supporter of mine. Very happy about that. Drawing the characters have been fun.
Yeah, I've spoken to Nolan just every now and then, and the dude's chill. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, if you're not aware, Nexus, on my Twitter, there's been a couple of times where I've requested people to send me their EXEs that will appear as cameos in the comic. That's why in the first 2 chapters there's a bunch of EXEs, and that's why the index was born. The EXE index was to show off and like credit the people who gave me permission to have them in the cameo. They're not really they're not like a big contributor to the story, but it's nice to it's so that the comic makes it feel like the world's being lived in. Have the concept of the whole story work the way it does with the cameos. And that's just like another big thing people like about the comic was just seeing different EXEs pop in and out, which we will continue. Go on.
Yeah. Plus, like, it also just kind of makes the community also kind of feel more included into the EXE Jam as well. So it makes them feel more part of it, which is another thing that I really liked about it.
Oh, the submission's still going on. Technically, yes. Not really. Whenever I do them, I'll announce it on Twitter when I do it. But I've had bookmarked the tweets that I've made so I can go back to each and one of them to check up to see what EXs I haven't used or will use. I'll probably do another big submission like that for chapter 3, but I'll most likely end up using the submissions that I got last time. So yeah, I'll probably just go back to that bookmark. Hey man, just follow me on Twitter, keep the notifications on. You'll always see whenever I do something big. You'll see a lot of retweets, but when I do a post, you'll see it. And it's usually whenever I post something, it's something important, it's something I'm working on art related that I find important, or it's EXE Jam, which is 4 things to look forward to. I don't post a lot on Twitter, but when I do, I make it worth it.
Yeah. And then the rest of the EXE Jam team also just retweets the rest of Snoop's tweets that are related to submissions or just anything EXE Jam related.
Please go follow the rest of the team. Demented, Goji, Kenny, Emerald, Jack, Solar, all of them right now. They're just fantastic people. If you don't see it from me, they'll most likely retweet it and you'll end up seeing it from them.
Yeah.
I love all these guys with the bottom of my heart. I'm following all of them, as you should. As you should.
Are you, Nexus?
Demented will be checking. What are their ats? Let me, I'll put them on the stream chat in a second. Let me go over here real fast. I have to get them one by one. That's Kenny's. That's Emerald's. Come on. That's Demented's. Goji Boy. Jack Gore. And then Solar Daily. Fantastic people I have. Again, as you should. As you should. They all make wonderful things. All of these people, every single one of them, they make fantastic things. I enjoy all of their work.
I do also just want to quickly mention just another Snoop, if you're okay with me mentioning just something else that I'm also working on.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So just aside from Agent X, another character of mine that I am still attempting to try and bring more out into the public because he kind of fell to the wayside for a little bit is I'm currently working on my take on Suicide Mouse. If you check my Twitter, I did post something recently about them. So their name is Eternal Mouse. So they're just my retelling of the Suicide Mouse story, but think of it as kind of my version of Lord X, but for Suicide Mouse. That's the best way I can describe him.
The concept itself, I'm a big fan of. Trust me. Y'all will love what he's cooking up with Eternal Mouse.
I appreciate it. Yeah, my most recent tweet will have 3 documents that are just will show the basics of what his lore is. There is more stuff I am working on, but that's still gonna be taking a while to get out in public. But yeah, the first 3 documents are all you need to know about him.
Follow and support the Mouse Brigade. It's gonna be a fun time. I guarantee it.
Yeah. He initially started as like a joke. I wasn't going to do anything with him any further, but I kind of ended up liking the original concept I had for him.
Mm-hmm.
Then I ended up continuing with him. His first concept is very, very different from what he looked like now. I actually want to send you his very first concept and then compare it to what he looks like now.
Yeah. Also, yes, Kabuki, we were talking about that Suicide Mouse. This is Demented's very different take on the character on the story. Want to know more? Again, follow them and keep up with the story. While I work on my own thing, you got like plenty of people to keep track of their own projects and art. It's all worth it, I guarantee you.
Thank you.
Look on
I'm
this.
just trying to find. Okay, so the pic I sent, that was his very first concept of what he looked like. And then this is one of the other ones where I updated him more. Kind of stretched him out.
More elongated.
Yeah. There was another one here. There we go.
Monop, I love EXE Jam, my favorite PlayStation exclusive TTRPG. Jesus Christ. Following 300 artists, musicians, and animators better be worth it. +4. Welcome, Monop. You've welcome to the stream. But yeah, I can't wait to get done with this art banner. We start like updating most of my stuff. So my social media stuff has been outdated for a while. So I can't wait to just like have a fresh, like I like the stuff I had, like my art profile picture and my art banner, but it needs to be updated with how I do things now.
Yeah.
There's a Twitter banner,
Uh,
right? Yes, sir.
When I saw you starting on this thing, that reminds me at some point I wanted to update my banner as well, because I've had that one for a while and I was happy with it, but like I don't know, because of the other stuff that I'm working on, I also just want to change it up to the stuff that I put more attention to, as well as just updating some of the designs and stuff that I have,
Yeah.
because there was another EXC that I brought up before that I still wanted to continue working on, which was Narcos, who originally was named Lord Z before I changed their name.
Right, yeah.
Because I found them to be a fun concept, and this was something that I brought up before with Anorak at some point, where I wanted to make it that Narcos can actually end up possessing different characters from like different videos, films, video games, you name it. So he would end up possessing like a certain character from there, and then they would try to put you to sleep.
Oh. So just like a more potent Freddy Krueger, I would assume, but he doesn't really put people to sleep. They just enter his nightmares.
Yeah. So the thing is, he doesn't kill them. I just want to quickly get the document I have of them, just to quickly make sure that I say what exactly they do. Okay. Yeah. So children and adults who have spent long hours dealing with him ended up getting feelings of anxiety, depression, and insomnia.
Let's go. I don't even need the character. I'm already living that dream.
I did want to give them a redesign at some point as well, just change them up a little bit. I also did have a true form for them as well, so if they weren't mimicking any character, but again, all I have for them was a sketch, and this is what they look like.
Let me take a look. Jeez. I like it.
Thank you.
What does NMI mean? Oh,
No More Innocence.
Sorry, it's because that name is very long. Gotta shorten it to like 3 letters.
Yeah.
That is the real name.
Yeah. If you've ever seen like the black and white EXT with the skull face, that's No More Innocence. NMI.
Pimp name slip back. You say the full thing. No more innocence.
I think if you also just Google him, he'll pop up.
Yeah. People have done a good job to make sure. What does that remind you of?
Wait, hold on. What reminds you of No More Innocence?
Speaking of No More Innocence, I would like to collaborate more with Dumby. If if I ever get a chance to. The other EXE the other guy was talking about. I'm assuming it's whenever you were talking about your character Demented.
I think they're talking about Narcos.
Yeah. What's that black box on the bottom right? Honestly, I have no clue. It's been there for a while. And I don't know why it's here. So I just
It's No More Innocence.
so No More Innocence consuming my stream. I'll just get rid of that.
Milkshake. Hi.
Oh my god, we have a real voice actor in chat. Everyone say hello.
Proba face cam.
I don't have a face cam. If I did, this would have been a very different thing. Everyone everyone say hi to the real voice actor. You're the only one thus far who has made an actual comic dub of the comic. So you're gonna get that recognition in this chat room.
Make me a milkshake.
And I plan to make more. You need to upload them on YouTube so people can watch it. Because the only way that people can find it is on Twitter. And I think Twitter had made it bugged because I didn't get a notification of you adding me to it. I had to find it myself. So you gotta upload that same video onto YouTube whenever you can. A lot of people should watch it.
If I remember right, that dub, that's the one that you sent me before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
If I'm gonna upload on YouTube, it's gonna start from being like a serious sort of deal. I can't wait.
That's gonna be sick. Please keep us notified when you do Milkshake. It'd be awesome to see.
Please do. DM me or at me on Twitter whenever it happens, and find a way to get my attention to make me see it. Right now, I'm just redesigning my EXE. Very fun.
Yeah, that reminds me. At some point, I still want to work on the redesign for Petty, because she's due a redesign for a long time now.
Did you like the way I drew your Petty whenever I did it for the thing for EXE Jam?
Oh yeah, no, I saw it. I really loved how you drew her. You still kept that that innocence of her, which I really appreciate. She looked really cute.
I do my best.
It was really cool seeing Petty there in the background. I really loved it.
I'm glad to hear it. But yeah, Milkshake and I think another person that DM'd me are like the only other few people who have told me like they volunteered to make like the comic dub of EXE Jam. I'm still waiting on the other person and their group of friends to like send me what they were doing, but I haven't heard back. I hadn't heard an update from that in a while, so I don't know how that's going. But it's fun. It's gonna be fun because Milkshake, because you started doing the comic dub with your own interpretations of how the character sounded, and I think that's very cool. Just seeing the way how you interpret each character and their voices, that's always fun. But the other person, they asked me, and I think I put this with the comic dub assets that I had put down for everyone that I put in a Google Doc. I've gave like an interpretation how my characters are like supposed to sound, but it's usually just but I haven't like gone to like in depth to how I want my characters to sound. So like it's really up to y'all to like decide how they like sound in y'all's head. Plus, it makes it more fun for the comic readers to just like come up with how like Bug, Icon, and Inkstock sound in their heads, along with every other EXE they see in the comic. Yeah, the problem is my voice isn't cut out for males. I thought you did a fantastic job. I thought it was very good, if not good enough. I didn't have a problem, a single iota of problem with how you voice the characters. It was very nice, very cool to hear. Anytime. But yeah. And then there was and then there was the joke voice dub that someone sent me. You remember that one?
I think so.
Yeah, we it was not too long ago during like the making of the trailer. Someone sent us or someone sent me or and added me of their like them and their friend in like what sounded like school cafeteria, and they just like they were just jokingly voice acting and reading the comic from start to finish. I thought it was pretty neat and funny. I've been giving more attention to my Puyo Puyo EXE than my Sonic EXE. She's a lot more elaborate than Swoon else is all I'll say. I can't wait to see it on my feed one day.
Puyo equivalent to rerun. Yeah, Eric's EXE.
Mm-hmm. She since then kind of split off to do her own thing. I think it's usually kind of like fun to see Sonic EXEs kind of split off and try to do their own thing after a while.
Yeah.
Not that like being like that's gonna lead me to the tangent of like what classifies an EXE, and I really don't want to open up that can of worms.
Yeah, no, the thing is just like that's like a really broad term because the thing is just like there's nothing really that can like define an EXE.
Most people will tell you that an EXE has to be the spooky, scary Sonic from 2009, 2010, 11, and that's what every character should be derived off of. And I would say it's like, yeah, I mean, that's what started off the whole thing. You know, I'll give you that. But at this point, it could be almost anything as long as it has. I don't know. To me, the EXE label has been like a strange evolved thing. It became for at the start it became like you just split off from the original game concept of the idea of Sonic EXE which came out, and then that spread off to make like other fan games that did a similar thing as long as it was sort of creepy. But now in 2023 it's more like art related things, the character creation thing, right? You can label all the characters you want as an EXE, and most people just do whatever they want with it. And I think that's fine because most of them are related to the games themselves and not necessarily like something offshoot like my comic. That's why Inkstock is not really doesn't have the moniker of EXE. So I'm doing something different with Inkstock. Inkstock is just Inkstock, and he looks the way it does for a reason. Hopefully later down the line you'll see why. But yeah, the EXE title nowadays has been like sort of I want to say confused because a lot of people just don't have like a grasp of what they want it to be, and I think to me that's fine, as long as it's not hurting anyone. And EXE can be what you want it to be. Because you know everyone has their own take, everyone has their own idea on what they want an EXE to be, and I feel like that's a fun way to like handle everyone's creative abilities. At least that's the way I see it. Plus, I've heard from other people along with my mutuals. Again, won't say specifically who, because I'd rather just, you know, this subject matter is already like a can of worms on the Twitter side of things. But like everyone's agreed with this sort of similar notion that an EXE can just be whatever it wanted to be, and just you can just have fun with it. And I feel like that should be like the main thing. The people who are like very strict on what an EXE should be is very weird, I'll say the least. Because like they just want it to be one thing, and that one thing cannot stray away from the path. But I feel like that's a narrow-minded way of looking at things. and that doesn't
Yeah.
to me that doesn't feel like you can't spread your wings and make something better. You know what I mean? But that's just how I feel about it. Monop EXEs don't gotta be Bloody Sonic, but I feel like there's gotta be some sort of relation to the games that they came from, etc. Because most of the creative was derived from a bit further from what the OG, which is cool, and I like them a lot. At least if it has like some sort of connection, like if the story's related around a game, then yeah, the executable title, the EXE shortened word for executable, can work. But most people just take that concept and just roll with it a different way, like how I'm handling my comic, because my comic isn't related to the game. I just find it cool to like just have this concept and it makes it work. But yeah, not everyone has to be a bloody-eyed Sonic. It's just
Yeah.
I feel like you're pigeonholing yourself to like a design that you just have to work around at that point, and not necessarily like find your own retelling or own take on the character design itself, or like what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I can add on to it as well, it's just like
Of
I
course.
can agree that like when it comes to like what like an exe is, again, there isn't really strict rules onto what an exe is, but like it it would have like some kind of like um you know connection to like the original source, like in its like small way. Because the thing is, originally with a lot of exe concepts is that it did start off of just like exes being just scary or just like for horror or whatever, but then it was just like at some point where there have been other exes concepts that came out that ended up kind of like slowly like stepping away from what the original like concept for Sonic.exe was. And not only did it end up just coming from like not just taking the idea for horror in a different idea, but then there were also concepts that came out for non-horror as well. So the thing is, an EXE doesn't have to just like, be connected to horror. Because you can still have an EXE that isn't also, just a, character that's just, again, a bloody-eyed hedgehog that kills people. Because I've seen a lot of EXEs that were created and were not as, you know, bloodthirsty as the original Sonic.exe. And a lot of them still end up working. I mean, even some of them who ended up being jokes. Because, like, one of them that I've found to be quite a good example is Sunky.mpeg,
Yeah.
who ended up just starting off as just, just like a joke parody of Sonic.exe. And that was one of the first examples of like a different take, which originally wasn't. It just started off as a joke, but I thought that was also pretty funny to see how that concept can just be played around with, and just some people being very creative with taking the idea of an exe to, different levels. Because another one which was also an interesting take was again No More Innocence, which still went into like the horror aspect, but I thought that the design and just the story that went into was a creative take. Then just another exe that which well isn't an exe anymore, I would also say Fatal Error from Anorak Warriors was also a very creative take on the genre, which ended up just becoming was just a computer virus that ended up doing massive damage to computers, but ended up also just becoming its own, universe. Because I know that I think it was last year where Anorak left the EXE community and he started making Fatal Error into its own entity. So Fatal Error is not considered an EXE anymore, but he is still related to Sonic related content, but has become more original. And that's also kind of what I also want to bring up with Inkstock as well, since like he's not an EXE, but like he is just like another creative take on just Sonic related content, which is really cool to see because I saw the design for Inkstock and I thought that his design was very cool. And I kind of went on a bit of a long talk here, but
No, you're good.
basically like yeah, but basically just like what basically is an EXE is that like it has like some kind of inspiration of like the original Sonic.exe, like in some way, shape, or form, whether it being like in the character itself or like some of the mannerisms of the character, the personality, you know, there's just something that can be recognized as like inspiration from Sonic.exe. Not exactly, but it is there.
Yeah. And you're right, Monop. Fatal Error could cut out everything from Sonic. It will still be the same character, which that was the whole point. Fatal Error isn't really Sonic related. It happened to be
Yeah.
going after Sonic first because
Yeah.
because and I'm glad Anorak made that distinction very clear that Fatal Error, its real form isn't the Sonic form. It's just the vessel. So
Yeah.
it's always fun.
Yeah, so it just started off with just using Sonic as a vessel, but for the thing to know is that yeah, Fatal Error is like its own entity and has its own universe. So it doesn't rely on Sonic as like a driving point. That's just where Fatal Error initially started.
Now I want to see Fatal Error DDLC. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you see Anorak wanting some suggestion for Fatal Error, that's probably something he thought of or they thought of. Yeah.
I think I did see like fan art someone did before where they combined Fatal Error and Monica.
But to Nexus, you asked, does Inkstock have lore? Yeah, it's the comic. Just keep up with the comic, and the lore will be there. There's a character sheet of Inkstock that I posted around before. But like other than that, yeah, his lore will be told within the comic. I don't want to like say too much that's not in the comic because I feel like, to me, when it comes to like story stuff, I want it to be presented with the story that I'm presenting, not from like outside sources like live streams or tweets, because that kind of like takes you out of the experience. It's cool to find factoids about characters from like outside things, but I want that to be in the story so people aren't confused about canonicity. But yes, like Demented stated before, Inkstock is not an EXE. He is not a computer program, but it is just a take and design that I have, and hopefully what we have in store for the story for him would be something you guys are something y'all are interested in. Monop, the guy in chat that's supporting me on Patreon, has already caught on to a few things that there goes my bird. But yeah, they have already caught on to subtle design details of what I want the character to be like, or what I have thoughts for the character to be. So like I said, if you want the lore for Inkstock, just keep up with the comic, keep up with the stuff that I'm doing, and you'll find it. But it will most likely just be in the comic. Yeah. Sorry, I don't have like an EXE document like everyone else or anything like that. I only have the comic to go off of.
Yeah.
That is kind of scary because if one day if the comic fails and we stop working on it, the only thing y'all have is the comic to work off of. But I feel like in some sense y'all can work with that, if not just come up with y'all's own ideas with the information y'all have, which in my opinion would be a lot more fun. Does he have origins? Soon you'll learn that. Like I said, you'll have to just wait until the comic chapters come out to learn more about him. Not every chapter will have him in it, but you'll learn something about him with every other chapter, depending on what we do with him. I think it's cool to make him be slowly developed from a Sonic comic, though, learning more about his story through his hints. It's Sunky in .exe Jam. So, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, EXE Jam is a place where every EXE is in one place. If you don't, so do with that what you will. You can make your own headcanon. In EXE Jam, every EXE is in one place. I'll elaborate on that point in the next chapter. in chapter 3. I will elaborate on that point more, but I'll give you this information now. EXE Jam is one place, one world where everyone is in. If you can think of an EXE, they're most likely in it. But, it depends on if, like, us, the creators, us, the writers and creators, do anything with them. Whether it be cameos, or if they have, like, any story significance. You'll just have to wait. But yeah, do with that information what you will.
Yeah. This was also something I also just wanted to quickly bring up as well, just because of the Snoop just mentioning the documents. So the thing is, like, in terms of Agent X, I don't have any proper documents for him yet. The only thing that exists right now is just his own wiki page on the EXE wiki. But that wiki page is like very outdated. So at some point, like, I do want to remove him from there completely and just do something else with him, because Agent X is not an EXE. He originally started out as one, but he ended up becoming more of an anti-EXE and then eventually just an entity of his own, which happens to just deal with EXEs. So in case if there are people who thought that Agent X was an EXE, he's not. He just deals with EXEs.
Also, does Looney do not want Sunken to be an EXE anymore? I do not know. I do not know about that. I don't keep up. I haven't heard anything about that, so I couldn't answer this question if I wanted to. Kirby Agent X.
Yeah, I will admit that was one of the things that Anorak has suggested to me as well, because I'll say this. Agent X is capable of taking on forms of other characters, and I did make a concept of that a long while ago. I only made 3 concepts where Agent X has taken the forms of Klonoa, Fox McCloud, and Earthworm Jim. Though he technically is not Fox McCloud anymore. It's now James McCloud, because Anorak told me more about the Star Fox lore, more or less, and then mentioned that James McCloud happened to have sunglasses himself. So that's a side. So those are some side stories for Agent X I will be working on. But if you can think of like any kinds of characters, whether it being from video games or any other media that happens to deal with like a digital media, then Agent X can most likely take the form of any character there. The reason why he does that is basically just his way of disguising in that universe. So whenever he takes a form of a character, that's just his way of kind of blending in. Even though that the other reason why he disguises himself is because that you're not supposed to know he exists or know that EXEs or any other glitches exist. So he's basically just trying to stop any kinds of disasters from EXEs or glitches from happening. So a Kirby Agent X is very, very possible.
Monop, you said before that EXE Jam is mainly focused around Sonic EXEs, though, right? Would EXEs from other franchises be separated from the Sonics in that world, or how would that exactly work? So, you're probably remembering the fact that I wanted, for the original submissions, I wanted it be solely focused on the Sonic stuff, but I've slowly grown to accept the other EXEs that aren't strictly Sonic related. The world itself will have its origins in like the Sonic world. Just, focus on like the Sonic world, but just taken over by EXEs. But other EXEs from different franchises, like I've seen stuff from Undertale and Mario. Though, like I said, every EXE is in one place. This will be it. So if you can think of an EXE, whether it be from a different franchise, with the idea and concept of how EXE Jam works, they're most likely in it. But it will only be headcanon, because unless we do something with them, whether it be a cameo where you can visually see them, or if they have any story significance, or they have something more, then yeah, that's pretty much it. Puyo Puyo EXE Jam Pog, yeah.
The Fatal Error Kirby also exists. I think Anorak did a concept of that.
I remember it very well. It was a Kirby with giant teeth, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember he did have another EXE called Kirby Hungers, which was just a Kirby that ate everything.
I'm open to that. My DMs will be open to you, Milkshake, if you feel like doing it. I am not opposed by it.
By the way, Milkshake, I do want to mention as well, just for future reference for the voice for Agent X. Something that I want people to know is that when Agent X speaks, it always sounds like that he's speaking through a walkie-talkie. So he always just has that filter on his voice. Because there's been other people I've seen who have attempted to do Agent X's voice, and the work they've done was excellent. It's just they always miss the walkie-talkie filter on his voice. What you did was perfect. It just needs the walkie-talkie effect on his voice. Thank you.
Yeah. D-Sides, Inkstock, and Agent X. I don't have any plans to put Inkstock in any FNF mod.
For Agent X, that's something that I'm on and off about in terms of that, because I will admit that he might appear in one song of a mod. I'm not gonna say which mod it is. And again, this isn't certain if he will. So he might, but in terms of a mod about Agent X, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I mean, would it look like 9 Infinite concept? I don't know. I do not know. I'm assuming it would be the opposite of what we have going on. If not a more elaborate thing. Never really put any thought into a D-Sides concept.
In honesty, just I guess for Agent X, I would say that a D-side version of him would be some form of Mighty, but I can't really do that considering that there is a version of Mighty that exists in Agent X's universe. I just haven't drawn them yet. I'm still planning on doing that. It's just I got other stuff that I need to be drawn.
Yeah. I'm not against doing an FNF mod of my characters and whatnot. It's just that if that were to happen, I'd rather be the main director of that. I'd rather have full control over that than have a team take control of a different team or different group of people take my idea and do it.
Yeah, because there's also your character as well, and you're the only one who knows the character inside and out properly. So it makes sense for if it's a project of your character, it makes sense for you to direct the thing.
I'd rather have full. I mean, if you just have a cameo of my characters in the background of an FNF mod, that's fine. But when it comes to making the mod, when it comes to making a whole song, mods and whatnot, sprites, I'd rather just have full control over that.
Yeah.
Because someone came up to me with I won't say who because I want to keep it a surprise for people who enjoy both of our content. But they sent me a sprite of my character's bug and icon that are going to be a part of a mod that's coming out. Again, I won't say who and I won't say of what. I'll make that a surprise for people who are going to find it either way. but it was very neat of them to do. So again, like if you just have them in the background, that's one thing. That's one thing, and I'm fine with that. It's just that having a whole mod dedicated to my characters, again, I rather take full control of that. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a good amount of people do is when they do collabs with people, is just let creator of that character fully direct all the things related to that song. Like, that is a good practice to have. I'm glad that you're giving me reassurance of that.
Yeah. Just the thing as well is just like if it's also the same case with Asian X as well. It's just like if some people want to add him into a mod, again, ask permission for me first. And the thing is, if he's gonna appear, I'd prefer him just appearing in the background, kind of like a secret character. Like I don't want him to, be too visible. I like him trying to, stay out of sight, just to try to stay with these characters. So I don't mind him appearing in the background as like a secret character. But if you end up, making him a main thing in a mod, I'd rather hear if you're going to do that, and I'd prefer that you don't.
These streams will be archived in the stream playlist that has most of these things unlisted. So the stream won't be gone in case we end it. So if you guys want to rewatch everything, it'll be there. It's in the channel playlist for like past live streams should be like on my front page, if not on my playlist tab. So in case y'all want to watch the stream later again, it will be in the playlist.
Yeah.
I'm not ending the stream anytime soon. I could probably keep going a little bit more. We shall see.
Yeah. The only thing I can mention right now is just in terms of FNF mods. The only character of mine that like I am putting full attention into making a mod of is Eternal Mouse, because I posted about this recently where the mod I was working on, Eternal Night Suffering, that went on a hiatus for a while, mainly just due to me getting very busy with other mods that I'm working on, as well as at some point I ended up getting sick and I was bedridden for a couple of weeks, so that ended up delaying things quite a lot. So I am still looking for help with the mod. So if you guys can just check my Twitter, and if you guys just retweet the help wanted poster I have, it would mean quite a lot. Just try and get more people to help out with it. So I can't say exactly when the mod will come out, because at the moment we are only planning on getting a demo out. But if we can get more people to help on this project, we most likely might get more than just a demo out. So the only character of mine I'm happy with seeing a mod made for is just the Eternal right now, and any help that can come our way is highly appreciated.
We lost Kabuki, but I hope they sleep well.
Yeah.
Also, don't worry, Milkshake. Again, I'll reaffirm it here. I did see the art you sent me. I accepted the stuff. It looks wonderful. Thank you again. I think what you have going is very special, and you should keep working on it. I always try to like give people positive information whenever they send me stuff about their EXEs. I always try to tell them it's just like keep going at it. Try your best to like share it with as many people, share it on the internet, even if it doesn't get too much attention. That shouldn't be like your main priority. The fact you're working on something, the fact that you got it done, should be the thing that gets you going, makes you develop things further. So like, that's just
Just
I never like seeing. Sorry, I never like seeing people give up on their projects because it's just it's always sad to see. I'd rather them continue on until they find like a roadblock or like they feel like they've done all they can, but they can still create something new with that what they've made. I've done this for a very long time. I posted as far back as since like 2015, 2016. Only recently that you guys have heard of me, which I'm fine for, but like I've still never given up on the things I wanted to do. This has been something I've always wanted to do, make a comic, make a story, make characters that people enjoy. Not specifically EXE Jam, but like stuff that's, I can be proud of, which is what's currently happening. And as long as y'all can do that same thing, it may seem hard. There's days where it's like there'll be days where you just think that what you've done probably isn't worth it. I can guarantee you right now, it is worth it. You'll feel a lot more accomplished if you keep going at it. You'll feel, and if there comes a time where you feel like maybe it's time to move on, that's also good. Change is also necessary to be a human. It's just do what you can, express yourself as in the many creative ways that you can. Don't give up on your creative pursuit just because numbers aren't going up or you may not get the recognition you believe you deserve, but it will happen one day. It may not be fast, it may not be now, but it will happen one day. I still believe that creative people can shine even if like they're not seen. I don't know. I'm corny, but that's just what I believe.
Yeah. Because that this was brought up, this actually reminded me of a quote that was given to me a few months back. So, Milkshake, this is something to just keep in mind, by the way. I don't remember where this quote is from, but this is something I carry with me anyway because it helps with keeping the creative flow. So this is how it goes. People are often unreasonable and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. When you spend years building someone could destroy overnight, build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. Give the world the best you have, and it may never be enough. Give your best anyway. So, no matter what you do, as long as you have passion for it, as long as you still continue working on it, and you're enjoying it, it's still worth doing, regardless if say like 2 or 3 people at max see it. It's still worth doing.
You still have 3 or more people you had than last time.
Exactly.
The little things will add up. I promise you that. The little things that you guys do will add up constantly over time.
And that's good.
As you should, Milkshake, as you should. Like I said, you got something special going on. Just keep at it. Again, I don't like seeing creative talent go to waste. I try to tell people to just keep going, even when it seems kind of a little hopeless and bleak. And it can be. I've been there. But, try to keep your chin up. Not everything's all doom and gloom.
Yeah. Trust me, a lot of like creatives end up like feeling the same you do. Trust me. A lot of even like a lot of like big creators that also ended up starting quite small. I mean, I know that when I first met Anorak, he wasn't as well known as he is now. So that can just pretty much happen with anyone as long as you just have passion for what you're doing. Anorak had passion for the stuff he was working on, and that's the reason why he got to where he is now. So as long as you have passion for your projects, it might end up surprising you where it goes.
Anorak always seems nice. Very nice dude. The
He's really cool.
The little interactions that I had last time I talked to him, which was like months ago. Very genuine, nice dude.
Yeah. No, I talk to him on a daily basis, and I can tell you that the dude is really chill. He's really cool.
Do not be afraid of talking or trying to talk to people. They're just people. Just because they have a big following should not deter you from trying to interact with them. But like, don't expect instant response either. Again, we're all creative types. We're not always social. We're not always the most social beings ever. But you know, we try our best.
Yep.
We're
Yeah,
just.
creative types are the most introverted people you'll ever meet.
I've gotten better with it. But like, trust me, just because they have a huge following doesn't change the people they are. Anorak, Jack, Kenny, all of them, they're easy to talk to. Or they're relative easy to talk to with like trying to approach them. You know what I mean? They're still people deep down. I just don't want to bother them. That's true. I don't feel like bothering people either, but you know, that's just how we all are. That's not to say to like bombard people in their DMs trying to get a response out of them. Like I said, they're still people. Give them time. I didn't expect this drawing to take this long, but I will. I'm very sure they'll be open to that. I certainly wouldn't want to be treated any differently just because I got like a massive following. I tell people even in my DMs like I'm just like a regular dude that does this for fun. Also, thank you for the comment. I try my best with everything I try to do. I feel like I always take too long with these things. That is also true.
At the same time, this also makes it sound like a ritual. Hold on, someone's messaging me.
I had someone DM me too. It was a friend of mine. They sent me some model kits, I believe. They're like 40 inches tall. I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Who is messaging me? I will burn your house.
Whoa, arson. I need to get this right. The geometry on this is just bothering me. Hope everyone's still enjoying the stream, even though it's about to be 3 hours long. This will be close to like the longest stream I've ever done. Almost close.
You got people to chat to. Then at least it's not as draining.
I try my best to like make sure I have people to stream with, if not like have people watching me. Cause then it just feels like I'm talking to myself, and I really don't want to do that. I've had my insanity moments. I don't want to feel like I'm insane. They put people in a rubber room for that. I don't want to be crazy. Crazy? I was crazy. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We're starting that meme.
I've heard it so much I can repeat it full sentence now. But you know, I
You can
stutter
just
a
say
lot.
it word for word.
Bar for bar, word for word.
Jeez.
Oh my god, what if we did a stream together? Could you imagine? I don't know if my schedule will be open for that kind of thing. Again, I stream very infrequently. I'm not opposed to the idea. I just don't stream very often. I should probably
I won't.
I probably should though, because I have Patreon members that probably would like that a lot more. Looking at you monopolies.
I'd want to stream, but the thing is, I don't think I'd have people come watch what I do.
That's why. There'll always be one people. I mean, we could do. I don't know what we would do with the co-stream, but we could probably co-stream something.
Yeah. I don't know. Like if we could like get like the rest of the EXE Jam team, like I don't know, we could somehow just like stream a party game or something and just look stupid.
I was thinking about streaming a game, like if it wasn't working, but I wanted to like work. I wanted to like draw this while I was talking because it's like the most natural. I mean, if I'm playing a game, I'm kind of expected to talk a lot, or like have something funny or witty. I don't.
Yeah, no,
While I believe I'm funny, not everyone here on the stream or not everyone who knows me thinks I'm funny. So you know that could be like a huge diff.
yeah.
I
mean,
believe.
like,
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
yeah, all I was gonna say is just like, I mean, it's just like, I feel like that if I ended up also just like, because I was streaming like Crash Bandicoot before, like in like another server of mine, and for a lot of the time I was quiet because I was trying to focus, because this was the reason why like in the beginning of the day where like I was like half asleep because like I was putting myself through like endless torture because I was trying to get a colored gem, and the only way to get this gem is I need to go through this level without breaking a single box, and that included checkpoints. So I had to go through an entire level without breaking a single box. And I think the level was like, I don't know, like 10 minutes long.
Crash Bandicoot moment.
Yeah. I think it took me almost 2 hours just to get that. And I wasn't planning on playing it that long, but I ended up getting so focused, so determined to try and get that gem. I got it at the cost of a huge chunk of my sanity. I immediately just decided to like close the stream and just decide to just go to sleep because I had enough of Crash.
I haven't played a Crash Bandicoot game. Although, well, the one I did was Clash of Titans.
Oh yeah, Crash of the Titans. I know that one.
That's my favorite
That
Crash
one.
Bandicoot game. Also, you don't have to lie to me, Milkshake. You don't have to lie to me. Alright, listen, I know I'm funny, but I know everyone else here doesn't think I'm funny.
Like your sanity could be there anyway. You make Sonic.exe content. Mind you, yeah.
I don't know, dog. I think my sanity is gone because I'm making Sonic.exe content. I could have picked any other creepypasta. I chose the one that has the worst story. I have to make it new again. I'm kidding. It still surprises me, right? Sonic.exe when it first came out was the worst creepypasta story, but everyone ran with it like it was the last drop of water they could grab. It was so insane seeing that live as a kid, and it's still coring a little bit strong today.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It was up to people to fix it. If it the Sonic community became a subsection group of people that found Sonic.exe to fix it. God, it was surreal to see in real time.
Yeah. To be honest, the only other positive thing that like came out of this as well is that it was also interesting to see how people could take one idea and like put like a new spin on it. That was the other thing I really liked seeing from the community, where like so many ideas came out of from just this one concept, and it's really cool to see how the creativity of people can just spark from just one single concept.
Yeah. Also, Nexus, if you like the story, like the original story of Sonic.exe, I would consider you a liar. Comparative to every creepypasta that was out at the time, like even people thought like people thought like what is it? Like Tiki Toby and all of them, Slender Man, Jack, and all those creepypastas, they found them them to be like they're cringe now looking back, but like even then comparatively they were better than Sonic.exe, the original story. The rewrite, the remakes are better, but like the original story by like JC Hyena. Jesus.
As far as I remember as well, I don't think Tiki Toby is an not EXE, sorry, creepypasta anymore either.
Yeah.
Because I think the creator of them just has them as like an OC or something now.
Of course, people will do whatever they will with these stories and concepts, right? But like I'm talking about like the original stories stand alone, not like what the fandom does to like these things. Because the fandom of creepypasta, especially the artist side of things, and I think specifically was not Twitter, Tumblr. Sorry, Tumblr. The stereotype of the Tumblr artist kind of ruin things for people. But to me, I was like, if you let something that's outside of the original story ruin the story for you, I don't know what to tell you. I'm mainly just focusing on these things as they were, not like what the people see them as.
Yeah.
So, Sonic.exe compared to like Ben Drowned, Slender Man, Tiki Toby, Jack the
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
With Jeff the Killer.
Jeff the Killer.
Yeah. I mean, there was also like Eyeless Jack and Laughing Jack, but I know that like Laughing Jack kind of like fell out of like public knowledge. Well, not public knowledge, but like there's not really much that popped up from him anymore. Because didn't like the original like creator of Laughing Jack get into some drama like themselves at some point?
I have no clue. I can't remember. Also, see you later, Milkshake. Hope to see you next time.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. But the Sonic EXE fandom was maybe more interesting to me than any other creepypasta. It's probably because it was related to Sonic. That's how I found it interesting. I think if EXE was a different game, it probably wouldn't have caught on as much. I don't know. I say that, but we have like Mario EXEs and Undertale EXEs. Again, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. I will say this, is that one creepypasta that also was one that I thought was kind of interesting, even though that like there isn't really much to say about it, is I always thought that Smile Dog was pretty interesting.
God, I found that image to be so creepy and unnerving. I still kind of find it to be unnerving to this day. I don't know, there's something about that image that just it gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit.
Yeah, I did my own take of Smile Dog last year, just because I wanted to take a fresh concept on it. I can actually send it to you.
Is that the Chase Face? Is that the guy? No way. Is that the guy? Whoa, it's the real Chase Face. Whoa, bro, it's been a millennia. Oh, Jesus Christ. I hope you're doing great. I'm sorry I don't text often as I probably should to keep up with you. Man, I hope you're doing okay. I didn't expect you to be here. It's okay, no one messages me anymore. I mean, I try my, like, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. I literally have no excuse other than I just never got around to it or just never did. I just felt like, you know, I try to message people I haven't talked to in a while. I always feel like it's going to be awkward, and I try to like only do it to like keep up with it. It's okay, everyone's busy with stuff. Yeah, but I mean, like, I feel bad. You know what I mean? It's just I do want to like just I don't want to like only message just to keep up with you if I can. Or just I don't know. I try my best. I didn't want to make it seem like I totally forgotten you. There's been times where I'm just like, man, I should probably just check up with Chase. At least see what's going on. You gave me the early support. I've never forgotten about that. You gave me advice when no one else really did. Again, like I said, just I've never forgotten about it. It's I'm a sentimental guy. I remember all these things. It's just I never get around to it. You know what I mean? And that's not really a big excuse to like not keep up with like people that's been around. I try. And I'm not saying these things just to say these things. If you don't believe me, that's fine. This is just me being genuine. There have been times where I'd be like, I should probably check up with the guy, but he's probably recording or making a video. Again, I hope you're doing swell, my guy. It's great seeing you here. Yeah, if you're wondering what's going on here, other than me drawing, I'm doing the art banner to replace my Twitter. So we got all these fantastical game characters in here. I say game characters, but then we have like David from Edge Runners from Cyberpunk, and then we have a Twitter mutual right next to Samus. Yeah, I'm currently just working on this right now, just to update my stuff. Desert Ranger, there it is. There we go. I'm getting a new job soon. I'm hoping you get it, man. And I'm also glad to see you're doing okay. I hope nothing but the best. You better get that job. This does not look right. But yeah, other than like me working on my own project, nothing else has been like changed majorly since the last time we talked. I'm still just on the art grind, but I've gotten a little bit of support from Patreon now. That's always great. I'm still trying to grow in my own special way. Man, I lost my train of thought of what we were talking about last time. Right, we were talking about early creepypastas. And I just seen what you put in No Mic Demented. That is actually very sick. What the heck?
Yeah, thank you. That was just my take on the smile dog concept, where instead of it just being a random image that gets sent to people, this one just is basically about a lost dog, but it's not just any dog.
It's the smile dog. Yeah, I still, again, like I said before, I got sidetracked. I still find the original image of Smile Dog to just be very unnerving. Also, yes, Nexus, there should be there should be more Godzilla creepypastas, but I feel like the one with the red in it like can't be topped just yet. There's been and that story's still continuing on, like it's still getting a sequel story being written about it. Hola, chicos. Hola, amigo. Como... Okay, I don't want to sound like I'm white. ¿Cómo estás? I still sound white. I swear, I'm native speaking. I'm just born and raised in Southland, Texas. The red story is really good. Nothing can top NES Godzilla. Not yet. I'm very certain there's other Godzilla creepypastas, but I have not heard of them. Red in that story in the sequel series is still going on, which the sequel story for NES Godzilla is actually pretty good. I'm actually liking the way it's going. I'm gonna try and finish this line art, and that's probably where I'm gonna end today's stream. I'll probably stream again later tonight. Así lo queda bien, un poco. Oh no, porque tengo ese último día de las vacaciones. Oh, you're going to go back to school again this early? Dang. Man, summer break does not last for some of y'all. At least we have August. Like, at least like here in America, we have like June, July, and then August, a little bit of August, like that last week of bit of August. At least that's how it's handled here in Texas. I don't know if like any other state doesn't do it. Dios mío. That's what I'm saying, man. Dios mío. Por favor, perdóname para no. Yo trato de leer en español, pero no estoy muy bien para eso. Perdón. Perdón. I go back to school in August. Will we get a Risk of Rain stream sometime? Risk of Rain 2 stream? I'll probably stream again later today, and I'll probably play that game.
Oh, I have Risk of Rain myself, so
we can do
Risk
that.
of Rain 2. Yeah, so I can like at some point if you plan on streaming it, I can install it, so then I can join on that.
That'll be fun. That'll be very fun.
Oh yeah.
No es un problema, amigo. Hablas re bien encima. Gracias. Muy gracias. On God? Maybe, bro. Like I said, we still got how much? What time is it today? It's 5 of 5. 5. It's about to be 6 o'clock. If I do a late night stream, we'll see. I'm not opposed to doing late night streams. It's just I'll probably be a little bit more quieter to let my folks sleep, but we'll see. If not a late night stream, we'll probably try and do it tomorrow. But again, I don't stream very frequently, so like don't keep me up, don't like hold me onto that. Do not hold me accountable for that. I try to stream as much as I can, or when I get the opportunity to. Like today, it's just very noisy. I don't have like a dedicated room to like record videos or like stream as much as I want to. It's only when I get like the rare opportunities to like I'm mostly alone, or like I don't get that much noise. This is the card I've been dealt. This is what I gotta work with. I'm down to do a Risk of Rain 2 stream. I think that'll be very fun.
Yeah, we can also ask just on the team if anyone else has Risk of Rain 2, and they can join in on this.
We could do like VR chat streams too, because Kenny has VR chat. Jack, I think mostly everyone here has VR chat in some fashion.
I have it in my library, but I have never played it, mainly just because since I don't have. I know that you don't need it, but I don't have like VR headset and controls.
Yeah, you can do it flat screen, which I did once. But whenever it comes to VR chat, I try my best, or I would try and like hook it up through like my VR headset when I can, just because it's a little bit more. I feel like it's more fun that way. But like everyone else that I kind of know does it flat screen, which is fine.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I have been planning on trying to save up for like a VR headset, but like that's just kind of been on one of my lower priorities.
Yeah.
One of the main things that I've mainly just been trying to focus on is like trying to get the upgraded version for Clip because I'm still using 1.0.
I talked about the upgrade a little early on stream. I don't know if you were here for it.
No, I wasn't.
I was still a little iffy of like upgrading my Clip Studio Paint to version 2 because of what like people were like mad about. And I sort of agreed with when it was being announced. And I'm not too sure. And another thing was I wasn't too sure if like it was sticking to the one-time payment or do we have to like switch to like the new.
Oh yeah, the update pass.
Yeah. Where we
Well, I
may,
checked
we may not
before.
even like keep the program after we pay for it. That's why I'm sort of sticking with version 1 because at least I know I have a perpetual license that won't like remove my access to like this program that I use for work.
Well, that's true. And clip is something I definitely do not want to lose.
It's where most of my projects are being like most of my art projects are being on like Clip Studio Paint. So if I lose access to Clip Studio Paint, I can't like reopen them anymore unless I have to like convert them. But converting them also makes problems with corruption and whatnot. So it's just
Yeah.
I'll stick
Because a
with
lot of
yeah. So I'll try and like stick with Clip Studio Paint at least version 1 for as long as I can until they decide it's like nope, upgrade and you gotta constantly pay for it. Nope. I was so mad when they announced they were trying to do like a subscription service for Clip Studio Paint version 2. I'm just like, no, there's no way you'd try to do that to me. What the heck?
Yeah.
We already
Yeah,
went.
no.
Well, go on.
Yeah, all I was gonna say is just like that, like the reason why they had like the one-time payment is the reason we all went to Clip Studio in the first place because Adobe is fucking mental, like with their subscription. Because some of their programs are fine. It's just like I don't know. For me personally, like a lot of their stuff isn't that good. I mean, for me personally, like Photoshop and like Adobe Animate would not be my first choices of like using for drawing. I mean, I've seen people do some crazy shit like with those programs, but for me, it never worked out. It really could not work out for me.
Yeah. I'll probably do what Hunter Studio said in the chat. It's like I'll wait next year until full year of Clip Studio 2 is released. It's just that the only reason why Adobe products are being used is because they're industry standard and that's what people expect to be using. But just because they're industry standard doesn't mean they're like up to date, like with quality and all that stuff. It's just it's so because God, Adobe Animate I've had so many issues with, and that's not even talking about like Adobe Premiere and After Effects. After Effects I haven't run into many problems, but Premiere when making videos, Jesus Christ, there was moments when I couldn't even open up Adobe Premiere for longer than like 1 second before it crashes, and it was so bad. I had to like go inside my computer, like I had to do something with command like uh control command.
The control panel.
The
It was like the command tab, something like that.
I had to go into my actual PC with the command tab, change like repair things in my computer with a line of code just to fix something for Adobe Premiere to work again. God, it baffles me how they expect you to pay a premium price for subscriptions for services they don't keep up to date. That's what pisses me off.
And also, this is something that like I always mention to every single person when I talk about Adobe Animate. Its pen tool is one of the worst pen tools I have ever worked with. I hate it so much. It is complete and utter trash.
It doesn't feel right to draw on my tablet. It really doesn't.
Yeah. Like the brush tool, like that one is relatively okay, but the pen tool is worthless. Like it is pure garbage. And the first time I used it, I legitimately thought that Adobe Animate was broken. But no, it was consistent. The tool sucked.
People always talk about like Macromedia Flash was better than Adobe Animate. It's like I don't know, they both had problems. It's just they never fixed them whenever they came time to update it for major new releases or yearly releases.
Yeah.
And then
To be
there's
honest, like, yeah.
there was stuff that they introduced in other years. Like I'm pretty sure when Adobe Animate first came out, it was fine with all its stuff, and then they immediately updated for 2021, and things were already broken, and they barely fixed it, and then it either got better with another yearly release or got worse. It got hearing it from my other friends that have to use Adobe Animate for animations that they do, such a nightmare hassle. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, the thing is, what it feels like to me is just like the updates that Adobe does, like to their programs. All they basically do is just change the look of everything, and that breaks it. That's all they change. They just change the look of the thing. That's just what it feels like to me.
I would love to abandon these tools, but they're industry standard, and there's not many other tools. And because they have such a grip on the market of creative tools, like there's not many people willing to like step up. There's been like a few others, like there's been a few other programs, so like they're willing to like do the things that other programs are offering, and they're trying to keep up to date. But there's not, and that's great. Things are changing, but it's not happening very fast. Like there's not happening fast enough to where people are like automatically switching. Like for Adobe Animate, we have Toon Boom, which is great, and then like for Maya, there's like Blender and all this other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But like Blender, but Blender still isn't industry standard. They're still using Maya and whatnot, so that change isn't happening very fast.
Yeah, no, that was the thing I was going to bring up, because like when I was still studying in college, because I used to do 3D modeling. I am planning on getting back into it at some point. Like Maya was what we were using. Maya and Mudbox. That's what we originally were using. But the thing is just like I was always wondering why we never used Blender, but like yeah, in the whole industry standard thing. And like the thing is, Blender has improved like over the years, but like even then, it's just like not many places like consider at least trying out Blender. They still kind of stick with Maya, mainly just because of like a lot of the tools that Maya like has that Blender hasn't been able to create some of their own just yet. So that was one of the things that kind of slowed the thing down. And I still think that like Blender has the capability like of eventually like competing with Maya. It's still going to take a while before like I can 100% say for sure that Blender could be an alternative, but that's just my opinion. I haven't touched either program in years, so I don't know what's changed. So what I'm saying could be wrong.
Yeah, no, it's just I would even consider like Blender to be like a 3D focused animation, because Blender can do a lot of things now. Blender can do 2D animations with the grease pen. It can do video editing. Yeah, it can do video editing now.
It can do compositing as well, which is also impressive.
Yeah, you can composite stuff in it too. You can make a 3D model. You can rig it. You can texture it. You can do all these things within Blender because it's such an open source tool. And because it's an open source tool, you can change everything about it, and it will still sort of work fine. There's people making plugins up for it all the time. People want to change the layout all the time. It's just a very multifaceted tool. It's a jack all. Go ahead.
Yeah, all I was gonna say is just like one of the things that was also extremely impressive to me is just the fact that like they were also able to get it to like get Blender to also like sculpt models as well, as if it was like what is it, ZBrush?
Yeah.
So that was also what was impressive to me, because I've seen a lot of like 3D sculpts that artists have made like with Blender, and some of the stuff that they've made was incredible. And a lot of the time I thought it was Substance, but then I see that they say that no, it was made with Blender. So the fact that like it's a free program. Well, there are like some paid for plugins but that's for like a lot more advanced stuff. But like the fact that like Blender like still kind of remained like free for like this part is still very impressive, even like after just like all the updates that they've made to it. So
it's all thanks to the open source community keeping it alive.
Yeah,
it's just same thing. It's the same thing that happens with Friday Night Funkin'. Whenever you make it open source for mods, it just keeps it alive, and you're open to a lot of things happening to it.
Yeah, I mean, just like that was the one thing that like I was not expecting to see, just like how like quickly just like the like modding community for Friday Night Funkin' just immediately grew. Just like seeing like so many, because the thing is just like at this point, like the modding community has done like a lot more than what the official like Friday Night Funkin' team has done in these past couple years.
They've made more content for just the game that was on Newgrounds, because the official
Yeah.
game still hasn't come out yet, and it's only taking this long because they're having to make a actual game with a lot of content that people are paid to expect to see, and it makes me excited.
Yeah. Yeah.
People,
I'm
people,
still
the people who are whining about it on Twitter saying it's taking too long. I don't know what to tell you. It's just gonna take a long time.
yeah, because
I'm not expecting to have a farm by the next day after like getting $2 million. It immediately getting a full game. No, it's gonna take time, dude. Just be patient
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, and the thing is just like there's a couple of mods that like I work on as well. Just like not just the one that I'm directing. I think there's about like let me see. Uh yeah, there are 4 different mods that like I'm working on, not including mine, where I'm doing sprite work and animation. And the thing is just like when it comes down to like the art and animation, that's the stuff that like takes the longest to make. And the thing is just like if any of you have seen like some of like the other like animations that have been done like for other mods, especially like ones that like are extremely detailed and things, you need to try and also like consider how long it must have taken to make those sprites.
Also, there's like
And
3,000 people making things for one thing that at some point, yeah, you're gonna get a consistent flow of content coming in thanks to people, just a bunch of people just making it for one thing.
yeah,
Of course, it's gonna be fast. You got like thousands upon millions of people making content for this one thing. Of course, it's gonna seem fast, and it seems like the fans are doing more than the actual creators. Even the creators are still like the main big team making the actual game better
'cause
for future content.
yeah, because like for the most part, it's mainly just like 4 dudes that are working on this. I know that they are like they have other people that are like doing voices and things like that, but it's mainly still just 4 people working on it.
Yeah, it makes me excited. I'm still like people just I guarantee it. Like if other people like if there was other hundreds of people here like telling me that I'm wrong, I'm just coping. I don't care. I back the project. I believe in it.
Yeah. I was not able to back the project at the time, but I am still curious to see like the full game when that gets released because I will admit there have been some mods that I've played before that I thought were pretty good. Some of the songs were like a treat to listen to.
Mm-hmm. Your neck hurts. Stop hurting your neck. Forehead. Just give a blunt, random answer.
My neck hurts. Stop. Well, stop making your neck hurt then.
Stop whatever you're doing that making your neck hurt. Simple as that. I don't know what to tell you. If I do a gaming stream, if not today or tomorrow, we'll see. I do want a game.
Oh yeah.
I also need to eat.
At some point, just like if the munchies become too much, then I think it would be a good idea for you to grab something.
Yeah, I will. I just didn't want to finish this piece of line art right now, and so I can just call it a day. I'm laying down on 4 chairs, looking down at my phone, watching this. Bro, how is your neck hurting then? That doesn't add up. Sounds like to me you're in a relaxing spot.
Yeah, speaking of work, one of the directors is messaging me right now.
Do you have to go right now?
And they're just asking how progress is going on my work, because the sprite I'm working on is just like taking a bit of time because of the detail.
Right.
So it's just really annoying.
No, I get it.
It's been a while since like I touched on this because again, I'm juggling like a lot of work here and there. So it's been very hard to try and focus on this stuff. Plus, I still have some commissions that are backed up as well that I also just want to get out of the way. And then I want to close commissions so I can focus on the mod stuff.
Man, y'all keep telling me I need a break. And y'all over here just juggling things that I barely do.
We're trying to keep you from making our mistakes.
Brother.
So I'm an example of what you're not supposed to be doing.
Bro, you need to practice what you preach then.
I'm I'm terrible at following my own advice.
Over here, everyone's yapping at me about getting a break after for all this stuff that I'm doing. Jesus Christ, everyone else is doing more work than I am comparatively.
So at least you're getting work done. I just have so much stuff piled on. It's difficult for me to focus.
I get it, man.
I just want to see what I still need to do. Right. At some point, I also need to go back to continue working on the animations that was given to me by was it Equestrian Escapade.
Ooh. Let's talk about Kirby. What is there to talk about? Kirby bosses?
Bosses. Well, I'm not familiar with too much of Kirby, so I'm not going to be able to talk about that. Like I've only seen a couple clips of Kirby games, but I've never played a Kirby game myself. I never had the consoles to play it on.
He does make. They do bring a. Keep saying hey. They make a very good point about how the Kirby bosses look like eldritch creatures, which is a constant theme. The final bosses of each Kirby game just are very out there in terms of like the ordinary cutesy design that they have, and I always find that to be funny.
Yeah.
How you play this cute game, and then all of a sudden the final boss is this Cthulhu-like thing, bleeding from the eye. It's an angel of some kind.
Yeah. What was that? 02?
I think so, yeah. Or
then I have another character. What was his name? Was it Marks? It was like a jester character.
Yeah, Marks.
Who ended up like stealing Kirby's wish and ended up wishing to wish for like the destruction of the universe or something, and ended up becoming some kind of like gigantic monstrous thing with huge wings.
Yes. Everyone's a big fan of Marks just because of how he looks.
Of course, people really like jester characters, that I've noticed.
The jester character just looks like a demon out of hell.
Yeah, because one other character that comes to mind is Jevil from Deltarune.
Mm-hmm. Man, dude, Twitter is gonna look so different. They're gonna replace the bird with just the letter X, bro.
Are you serious?
They're rebranding it as X, bro. Like Twitter isn't gonna be Twitter anymore. It's just X.
That's stupid.
That's what they're rebranding it as. Blame Elon Musk, not me. I'm just a messenger.
Again, that's stupid.
I know it is. Twitter videos won't be called Twitter videos anymore. They'll be called X videos, which is a whole bag of worms.
Yeah, no. They definitely did not think this through.
They shot themselves in the foot. How would you?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
I
How
mean,
how
like,
do you do that?
yeah, I mean, considering it's Elon Musk, no wonder it's bad ideas.
There's always like people's like, people can't object to Elon or else they'll lose a job. Bro, object to him anyways. Maybe you're a boss, you need to control your income, but like, tell him it's a bad idea. This thing is dumb. Y'all have agency. Jesus Christ.
Just like, the idea of them like rebranding it just is stupid. And
They're gonna lose
for
a
it
lot of
just
money
being
out of it.
X, like, just being X, like, what is Elon Musk trying to be edgy?
You know, he's trying to keep all of his brands, all the things that he's buying, like unionized. Because he has SpaceX, he has Tesla, all this other stuff. Now he has X, which is the Twitter.com. And the funny thing is, like, they have like the domain name of X.com to like to redirect it to Twitter.com, so it's pretty much official.
Jeez.
It's an Elon brand thing, which I don't know. It's dumb. That's all it is. It's just dumb. It's very silly. I'm almost done. I just gotta get this shape right because it's making me mad. Ooh. Remember, everyone, study your geometry, or else you're gonna be like me and just having trouble trying to figure out the shape of every 3D object. I don't do what everyone else, like every other artist does, which is like practice a million different times, or like practice one shape, or like do all these practice sketch stuff before like working on things. I don't really do that.
You don't do the mannequin?
I don't draw the box. I don't draw the circles a million times. I don't do any of that, and that's probably to my detriment. So like, just don't do the things I do.
Now, regardless, even if you don't follow that method, what you've been able to draw is still just pretty impressive. I would not be able to do this. Like, every single time, like, when I've drawn something, I do that method of just, like, drawing basic shapes and then just trying to understand, like, the 3D shape of the whole thing.
This is, or how to call this in any kind of method. It's the brute force method. Because I go on I just start my brute drawing program and just go to town until I figure it out.
You just keep
it.
like brute forcing out shapes until you get something to your liking.
Exactly. I keep doing it until something clicks, and that's not really how that's supposed to go. But it works for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, that's
probably what you call perseverance, people.
Again, it's probably just like it's to my detriment, right?
I have trouble drawing hands. Yeah, no, trust me, Nexus. Like, I'm pretty sure all artists have trouble drawing hands. Because hands are just like complicated shapes and they have like millions and millions of shapes and poses that they could have. So, like, you're not the only one that struggles. Even professionals struggle. Because,
I never draw shapes.
Like, yeah, in college, I had a instructor who was a professional 2D animator, and they've done animations for like, it was like a company somewhere in Europe. I don't remember the place because this was years ago, but like he also mentions that like even he struggled with like drawing hands. Because again, they're just really complicated. But what really helps, at least this is how I see it, is that if you're having trouble drawing hands, just try to like maybe like take a photo or like a couple of photos of your hand in the pose that you want to do, and then you just copy from that. So basically, just using reference. That just makes it a lot easier. Whenever I'm drawing something that has to do with like a complicated like hand pose, I would end up like, just again taking references because it just helps with it. Whenever it comes to drawing, just references help.
It's not cheating.
It-
It's being smart. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Yeah, no. The thing is just like some artists like think that it's cheating using reference. It's really not. It's actually like advice that is constantly given where like it helps quite a lot to just like learn from the picture. Because then you see how like shapes and like poses are formed. So it helps quite a lot.
If you have people who don't do what you do, try to give you advice on how certain things should probably go, they have no idea what they're talking about. I've had other people, especially during school, try to tell me how things are supposed to be for artists, and I'm just like, you clearly do not understand what you're talking about. Please, just restrain yourself from trying to tell me what I'm doing right or what I'm doing wrong. You still have no idea what you're talking about. It's not to say like I haven't done proper animation in a while, excluding the EXE Jam stuff, but I've had enough experience to where I can still give some kind of advice or some kind of like idea to people who are trying to learn animation. I may not do it myself religiously, but just that's how you do it. How much are commissions? My commission sheet should be on my pinned tab on Twitter. It's under the thing on my profile picture. Or not my profile. My pinned tweet. It should be. Yeah, my commission prices should be under that pinned tweet in the comments. If you want to figure that out, the highest I will accept for a rendered commission would be $90. Sketches will run you down $10, $15, $20, and flat color drawings with line art and everything would be $25, $30, and $45. I am not cheap, but I am also not that very expensive, I like to believe. Yo, that's crazy. I didn't know you did commissions, dude. It's insane. Yeah, people don't know about it. It's insane. People don't know I do commissions. It's wild. Like I've had like a dude commission me 5 different times and still doesn't figure out that I do commissions. It's insane. It's insane. No one knows what I'm talking about. It's literally just a joke between you and me now at this point. No one else will know this. Don't you love inside jokes?
Yeah.
I'm broke.
I will admit that I am still keeping in mind about like commissioning you at some point. It's just I want to think of something of what I could ask you to draw.
Don't worry, man. I accept literally almost any idea. Almost any idea. Hold on, give me a second. Someone's home.
No worries. Okay, yeah, so Snoop will be right back, I think. Or he's still here. Yeah, no, he's here, just mute. I'm just looking away for a split second. I'm just quickly answering some messages on my end. Yeah, I'll also just like randomly say as well as that I do commissions myself. Just currently I am closed because I'm already backed up on commissions already. And I have them closed because there is other work that I want to try and get out of the way. But do you keep that in mind? I will mention like I will make a tweet to say when I have commissions again, open again. So just keep an eye out for that. Let's see. Hopefully everyone here is still doing good. Good to hear, Nap. Terraria is fun. Oh yeah, I've heard some good things of Terraria. I have wanted to grab it myself at some point. It kind of reminded me a bit of another game that I used to play as well called Starbound. Because I don't know, the graphics and the gameplay to me looked a little bit similar. I never looked deeply into Terraria, just screenshots mostly, but it definitely does look fun. Terraria is bad at giving new players advice on how to start. Okay. So it doesn't really give you a full proper tutorial on how to get started. Okay, yeah. I've dealt with some games like that myself as well that had bad tutorials, and then the players then kind of just left to figure stuff out by themselves. So that does suck. Usually ends up making people quit. That's the only flaw. Yeah. Yeah. As long as like if that's the only thing, then like I don't think that's like too bad of a thing. Because if you end up like learning by yourself, like it is frustrating, I can agree. But like sometimes like if you figure something out on your own, it also just kind of feels more rewarding. Because another thing that I feel like that also bogs down a game is that like if they have a tutorial that goes on too long. One game that had a tutorial that I felt was like extremely unnecessarily long was the tutorial for Horizon Zero Dawn. At least in my opinion, it felt like that tutorial kind of dragged on forever. Another I can't really remember now what other game it was. Don't start a world on Master Beat normal mode first. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. There's an in-game guide NPC that helps with general progression. You can learn things on your own, but most people use the wiki for all the recipes, which is shorter but takes away from learning. Yeah. Now I'll keep that in mind. Is that like if I am like really struggling with trying to figure something out, then I'll consider the wiki. But like with some games, depending if the learning curve like is still somewhat enjoyable, then I don't mind trying to figure things out for myself. Yeah, no, I never try like the harder difficulties like of the game immediately because I like to try and learn the mechanics first on normal mode. Afterwards, then I'll try the harder modes, like if it seems worth doing. Hold on.
Jump scare.
Hey Kenny, welcome back.
Hello.
No, all I was doing now was just talking to chat here. Snoop's gone for a bit, but I think he should be back eventually.
Oh, wait a minute. The stream is still going?
Yeah, it's still going. It's been going for a while.
Oh, shit. Waves, hello. I'm back.
Yippee!
You know, Snoop went to go go check something because I think he mentioned that like a family member came back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he'll be back eventually. So, I was just kind of I was keeping chat company.
Yeah, no worries.
Hope things are okay on your end.
Yeah, I am working on Springtrap still. I just got back though. Like, I took a small break to get some food and
Nice.
took a shower. I cut my hair. So now I'm back.
Okay, nice.
Oh, woohoo!
Yeah, all I'm trying to do is like I'm still just like trying to work on sprites that I'm doing for Callum's mod.
Oh, okay.
It's just a pain to do because of like the details that this character has. What's wrong with Mario? So, like, as in like one of Mario's games, or like the character itself? Can you be specific about that, Nexus? Both. Okay. Well, do you want to explain what you find wrong with Mario? I'm not particularly a fan of Mario myself, but I never really had any problems with him. By the way, Kenny, I did want to ask you what got you started on the Springtrap binge?
Uh, yeah. Hold up.
Okay. His face infuriates me. Is that it? You don't like the big nose, the funny wavy mustache, big blue eyes. Eh,
There we
yeah,
go.
all that happened was I was just talking to chat, and then Kenny came back.
I am back.
Oh my
He's
god.
here.
Kenny's back.
Runs in circles.
You didn't abandon me. Oh my god. is the Kenny stream part 2. Why was everyone suddenly talking about Terraria?
I don't know. Like someone just mentioned that they liked Terraria, and then all I mentioned was I was considering getting the game at some point because it reminded me of a game I played before called Starbound. So then that talk went on for a while.
I need to get Starbound. They're both relatively cheap, especially on sale.
Yeah. I got the game years ago. It was gifted to me by like a friend, like a person I used to be friends with, but like I ended up stopping talking to them because it was just a toxic relationship.
Yeah. I think the game will become cross-play, so you don't have to like have a computer to play with computer friends. You can just have mobile, or the Switch, or like the console variants. I think. I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure cross-play is gonna be a feature later down the line. But yeah, we're almost done with this piece of line art. Actually, I would actually just consider this done because I don't really need it. Like do anything else major because everything else kind of works fine.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, all I would need to really do is just make sure I fill this up with the appropriate colors, and that's pretty much it. So let me just... But how are you, Kenny?
I'm good. I was working for a bit. I got really hot, so I decided to take a shower. Then I cut my hair, and then I went down and got some food, and then I just got back.
You cut your hair? Is it short?
Well, no. Duh, I'm not gonna lose the long hair. Are you
I
kidding me?
was,
That's
I
my
was,
trademark, dog.
I was about to say is like, brother in Christ, don't leave me.
No. Here, I'll show you. I'll put it in no mic.
Kenny, I'm gonna be honest. Like when you were speaking, I honestly thought you said that you got high.
Nah. I don't. No. Not
Kenny
anymore.
token it up? No way.
Not
Oh,
anymore,
nice.
anyway. I had to stop because of the medication I gotta take and everything.
Look at this handsome young lad.
Kenny, your hair looks really nice. It's really cool, man.
Thank you. I just impulsively cut it because I was just like, man,
Did you cut it yourself, or did you have to go somewhere to get it cut?
No, I cut it. I cut it myself.
Bruh.
Damn. I need to take better care of my hair. I don't give it like as much attention as I need to because I'm lazy.
I'm doing this just so like the coloring will be easier. I'm not necessarily doing this for like quality assurance. It's just so it can look good when everything's just not in focus. There we go. Just technique, hide everything away. I think later down the line, because I'm making this banner as a modular or like customizable, as I can just like switch and change things around whatever I feel like it. And so like characters will pop in or out, or like I'll change characters. That'll be cool. I'll change the design of a character to fit like a season or whatever.
Nice.
This will be the profile picture of the art banner of the ages for me. I'll just do whatever I want with it. You missed a lot of conversation pieces, Kenny.
Yeah, I figured. So I'm sorry that I came back kind of like possibly towards the end.
It's about to be towards the end. It's fine.
Yeah. The stream has been going on for 3 hours, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's about to be reaching 4. So, Nexus, you're getting what you wanted, a 4-hour stream.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to go on for this long.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Look, the art banners is white. No, look, it's pretty much done. All I have to do is just color that and it'll be done.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. I'm happy. I may have to fix Model Z, but we'll get around to it when we can. But yeah, I'm happy how this is turning out. I'm glad that I get to like draw these characters in my style. Characters I've never drawn before. Like I say not drawn before, but like don't draw as frequently as I probably should because I love these franchises. Yeah, we had a great conversation about League of Legends and how good it was for your mental health and personality. It was
Oh yeah.
it was so good, Monop, that I don't talk about anymore.
Yeah.
League of Legends
League
shaped
of Legends promotes a healthy lifestyle.
League of Legends, the game that changed my life that I'll never talk about it again. Real story, by the way, I tried to play League of Legends, could not get past the tutorial. It was way too long for me to care about it anymore. And you have to, I think it's mandatory, you have to complete the tutorial for League of Legends before playing actual games. At least whenever I tried playing it back in like, I think 2018, 2017.
And I never touched League of Legends. It just never seemed like something I'd get into.
The only esports I care about. I don't even think I play any esport title games anymore. I guess Overwatch counts, but Overwatch 2 is, declining, so...
Yeah, no. Because the thing is, what surprised me is the fact that, like, Blizzard is, like, putting Overwatch 2 on Steam.
It's because they got bought out. Activision Blizzard got bought out by Microsoft. So, things are being more flexible.
Yeah. And the thing is just like Overwatch 1, like at first just like I really enjoyed Overwatch 1.
Same.
Like, back when it was like still pretty fresh. Like I used to play that game like the moment I came home. It was something I played a lot. But like as it just progressed, it just like ended up just becoming like it not as fun. And just after like how Blizzard just kind of botched up Overwatch 2's like update about like the story mode and all of that being canceled. Like I don't know, I couldn't like get myself to play it anymore.
Yeah. Also, this
after,
is
like what they did.
I was showing stream now. This is what the sketch originally looked like the first sketch for this for the banner. I do very rough ideas of things. And then now it looks like this. I'm happy.
It's like a before and after image.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't wait to color this bad boy and actually put on and just replace all the social medias that I have with this art banner and make it look better. I'm still brainstorming ideas for my profile picture. I'm thinking of doing something very corny and edgy, but I also just want it to look good, and it's something I can like be sort of proud of. You'll see one day, but I still have to make it. But yeah, I don't play a lot of esport titles anymore. I'm not very competitive, but when I do, I'm a very competitive Balloons Tower Defense player. I love me some monkey darts.
Yeah. No, Balloons I really enjoyed. I found that game fun.
I need to get back into putting hours into Balloon Tower Defense 6. God. They added and updated so many things. They updated one of their towers to look like Godzilla, and God, I want to pay money for that so bad. He looks so cool.
Yeah, no, for me, like again, I'm still on like the Crash Bandicoot high, so I'm still gonna continue torturing myself trying to complete Crash 4.
Yeah.
So just talk to me like at the end of it when like I've collected everything, and then you'll just notice that like my soul is missing from my body.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we have much else to do. If I do a late night stream gaming, I'll be sure to stream it here today. If not, we'll do a gaming stream tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, I don't think I have much else to do other than just finish this up off screen and post it around, and then work on the profile picture. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't keep a stable streaming schedule, so this is Is the banner done? At this point, you can consider it done because by the time you see it again, it's going to be complete and on my Twitter page, everywhere else. So, this is... Because, like, the hard part is pretty much done. Like, the line art and getting everything situated, that's pretty much the hardest part. Everything else just comes naturally to me, like coloring everything. So, it won't be that difficult. It's going to be tedious. It's just not difficult to do anymore. But yeah. Monop, if we do end up playing Risk of Rain 2 for a gaming stream, I'll be sure to invite you and add you through Steam. But I'll probably just stick into... Yeah, I'll let you know for the Risk of Rain, because I know you've been wanting to play with me. But I'm probably going to stick to being in VC in the EXE Jam server that we're in, just so I'm not having to create like a bunch of group chats for everything. I hope that's okay. So, yeah. I'm just letting you. I'm giving you the heads up that I'll probably just stick to being in the VC in the EXE Jam stuff whenever we do a gaming stream. I don't know. It could be any game at this point. I kind of want to do like a live stream series of doing another fresh playthrough of Fallout New Vegas, because I love that game. I don't mind replaying that and doing like a different route that I always do. I'll probably do a Caesar Legion route, or it could just be any other game that I have here on my games list that I haven't played. But yeah, to anyone who's still watching the stream, thank you. To those who are gonna watch it watching the stream, Jesus Christ, if you're watching this after the stream is done in the unlisted stream playlist that once this thing goes up, I commend you. Jesus Christ, you must be looking for something to watch or listen to in the background for 4 hours.
You must be desperate.
You must be really bored and have a lot of time on your hands. I commend you. Salute to you, whoever you may be, after the stream is done. But yeah, I'm horrible at ending things. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys later today, maybe tomorrow. We shall see. We shall see.
Sweet.
Goodbye.